Hello and welcome to another episode of TPK, the show so named so that if I do accidentally kill all of my players, which is very likely today, I could just call it branding. Yes, welcome to the Player's Key.
I throw a chair.
He already killed one of them. She's gone. He killed her.
Yes, as you can see, unfortunately, we are missing our delightful Kendall Boardman today, but
No Kendall milk cake.
we do have back with us our very own Pete Austin!
Yay! Welcome back. I'm
Back
Kendall.
from the
There's my fringe.
salty
He's got a lip
depths.
fringe. Back from the depths of the ocean.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to have you back here. But let's introduce the rest of the cast. Obviously, we have... what?
I'm not trying to kill.
We have Callum Sim, we have Charlotte Cummings, we have Debbie Gray, we have Ben Fenner, we've already done Pete Austin, and I am still, since Halloween, the one and only Jack Fletcher.
Nearly Jack.
Nearly.
I have a kid and name it Jack Fletcher.
Yeah, please do. I would be honoured. But anyway, until that happens, let us not keep the players waiting. Let us not keep you waiting. It is time to enter the Player's Key. In the last chapter of our story, the
Jack focus.
wayward adventurers, you fuckers, these wayward adventurers that have come together to form their very own mercenary group were spending some time around Dolomus in order to try and gather certain pieces of information, whether that be pertaining to the blood magic inherent in some of our paladins. You right there, Charl?
Oh, that's
You okay?
Less than a minute.
It's 100% intrusive thought just came. I'm so sorry.
Share with the class.
I mean, you have to share.
No, I was just sat between these two who are both on tablets, and I'm the only one with like paper in front of me, and they're both frantically going. I was like, this is a fucking neurospicy crack. I feel like the responsible adult just in the middle of it, like.
How many times I don't have ADHD?
You between Callum and Dewey, that tracks. That
So
tracks.
sorry. I'm
No,
so
you're quite all
sorry.
right. The information that you gathered pertained to many different things. It might have been the blood magic that you have realized is more practiced than you initially thought. Some of you went to the Black Bottle in order to try and discover any information you could regarding the death of Lady Defana Ologiana, and if someone professional had a hand in that particular activity. Nakani gathering some very important information
So stressful.
and
So stressful.
successfully setting up a meet with somebody with connections after you return from the Vernal Hills Mining Company.
We did some bits. We did some bits.
That is, if you should carry on with that particular job. Some individuals went to the temple within Dolomus, or one of the temples in Dolomus.
Shady.
And that's all I'm going to
And
say
she's
on
not
that
here
because
today.
she's
How
not
suspicious.
Yeah.
Hit and run is all I'm saying.
And it was Nakani, Sigismund, and Willow that were heading back late in the evening towards... Fuck, rein it in. Please at least try and be professional.
I thought they were laughing at my joke, but I realised very quickly that they weren't.
Oh no, there'll be a split second of you.
It's
being
gonna
like,
be
really
quite
valued.
the second.
I was like,
so sorry. Professional cast members of
I'm the
TPK.
responsible adult.
You
I'm the
are.
responsible adult. For the
You
first
are
time ever.
Charlotte for the first time ever. Sigismund, Nakani,
Yes.
and Willow,
Yes.
you were headed back to the Stew Pot Tavern late at night. When you overheard a mysterious voice coming from an alleyway just off to your right. You headed on over, and out of the shadows, a short and beaten up figure emerged. And that is where we will now finally pick up. Stepping out from the shadows, clutching his side, gashes across his face and chest, cloak tattered, hat askew, the familiar visage of Cricket the Grung.
I remember rightly. I went over.
I beg your pardon. So Willow, it is only you who sees
Not
this.
to be like all about me.
Oh my god.
Actually, DM, I think you'll find that I was the only one who was brave enough.
Who is it? Because your perception's stupid high. Isn't it?
Yes.
So,
the rest of us.
with
And I told
Nikani
these
and
guys to wait
Sigismund,
there.
watching on Willow, you approach, and out of the shadows, Cricket emerges, looking battered and bloody and exhausted.
Forgive me. So I can only see Willow.
You can only see Willow. You can also see the Stewpot Tavern behind Willow, and you can see Nikani and Sigismund
Sound.
behind you as well.
But no Matthew.
But no Matthew. No Matthew, no Tony.
Oh, okay.
Do we all see him?
No.
Only Willow.
So I'll see. Mr. Cricket?
Willow.
Mr. Cricket! Guys, it's Cricket! It's
Hello.
Cricket! It's Cricket! And I'm going to run over and just give you a big old hug.
I absolutely need that because I can barely walk. So I'm just gonna flump.
Oh, God, okay.
Can I use that? Is that a brand name for marshmallows? Can I flump into it?
Oh yeah, no. Flump is an adjective. It's a dewy
marshmallows
word.
are
You flump.
They just sued us.
Copyright.
You were grand until you mentioned it.
Lovely. I flump into your arms.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Are you okay? Are you okay? He's not okay. He's not okay.
He's not okay.
Guys, we need to rest, but we need to get out of here. We're compromised. We need to
I'm
find
gonna-
somewhere else to go.
Pump a 3rd level cure wounds just into him straight away.
Oh, lovely.
I'm gonna also do that. I do it at second level.
Nikani's going to take out a scrap of paper and write a scribbled note to Matthew, and lick her thumb and put the thumb mark on the bottom of it, and leave it attached to the Stewpot Tavern door
Okay.
frame.
Perfect.
What does it say?
It says.
Oh, I guess I don't know. Never mind.
You've not got the. You've not got.
I will find out later.
2 points of healing.
I was being spontaneous and cool. Okay, I wasn't prepared to give details.
He's going to walk past
You
later on
get
and be like,
7 from me.
22 and 7 and 5.
I'm only at
And
third
5
level,
is 34.
Ooh, that's how much I was on.
Oh, gosh.
Things
How
happen.
about Cricket? Do you want to get inside? Do we want to get inside? We need to get
We want to get inside.
I will-
We can't get inside here. We're compromised. We need to go somewhere else now.
What? They know what? What do you mean?
People know we're here. We can't stay here. Very powerful people. They're more powerful than I am.
Oh, where do we go?
I don't know. I don't know where anywhere else in the city.
Can I maybe do like a self-insight check to see where might be a little bit safer or?
The only tavern that you'll know of anywhere close is the Black Bottle that you've just been to.
Nope.
Nikani's just going to grab because you've got Cricket.
I've
Haven't
got
you?
Cricket. I'm holding.
I am going to grab both of their hands of Willow and Siggy, and I'm just going to start moving, and I'm going to go to the city gate, and I'm just going to head to the
Okay.
where we left to go to the Blightland.
Yes, you can do so. So you're going to the most western gate in the Loggers
Yeah.
district. You start heading
But
over
I'm
that
moving
way.
fast. For
No,
me.
no, no. Fast for you.
Yeah.
You are
I'm, like,
basically
dragging
dragging them along, and it is an effort. Like they slow you
I
down.
have 25 feet.
And Sigismund is.
And I'm going at half speed because I'm
Very fast
basically
over
holding
Yeah,
the
no,
Cricket.
absolutely. You go as quick as you can, and you're just heading towards the gate to try and get away from the
carrying-
Stewpot Tavern.
I'm just holding, like,
I
literally
will
just, like,
I
supporting
will
him.
pick him up and carry him instead, if that's easier.
It doesn't, I don't think it makes much
But
of a
you're also
difference.
moving at half speed if you're carrying something.
I've got, yeah.
But I'm really strong. All right.
Make me, for the purposes of this, make me an athletics check.
I mean, I'll help
At
him carry
advantage.
it.
At
We can do it
advantage.
together.
All right. I will use both of my brand new Siggy D20s made by my very good friend Charlotte over here. Natural 20.
Oh,
Whoa, sorry!
Juggles cricket. Juggles
For
cricket.
a total of 30.
Good thing.
For a total of 30.
Chuck you over the gate.
Yeah.
I just literally.
You actually just keep throwing him like down the line, picking him up, throwing him.
Yeah, I'm gonna American football cricket. Just.
You, with Willow, sort of take Cricket under each arm and rush forward to try and catch up with Nakani as best you
I
can.
will say I'm probably not even focusing on where I'm touching cricket, so
The majority of him is covered in
Yeah.
clothing and that sort of stuff. So for the purposes of this, I will say that you are okay because you'll have to grab his wrist and then get underneath him. So for the most part, he is covered. It's more like if you shake his hand.
I'm actually all dried up as well, to be fair.
This is also very true.
Oh shit! If you're.
I'm not cricket. I'm cracking.
If that's
Oh,
the
God.
case,
oh, my brain was like, "Is that-"
Can we say that?
if cricket is like really dry, can we say I noticed that if I'm trying to count?
I wouldn't say you notice that in this moment. This is a flurry of activity, and that's something that you, as much as you've spent a little bit of time with Cricket, you've not actually seen him in this state before, so you've no idea what is called.
I guess as we're being led, I'll just be like, Nakari, where are we going? Where are you taking
Out.
us?
Out.
Out, okay.
I trust you.
For the first time, she is not, for want of a better word, dicking about. She's just going.
Yeah, very
The
much
whimsy
so.
is gone.
Yes.
It's serious, Nika.
After, we'll say, about 20
Forgive
minutes.
me, can I-
No, by all means, go.
Somebody's got to keep an eye behind us as well. We're going.
I was literally about to say, I'm going to have
Give
a
me a
look
perception
around.
check.
Whoa! 27.
27.
There's new dice doing, right?
You
I
are
know.
fairly certain that you are not being followed.
Cool. I'm going to turn Cricket invisible anyway.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So now that he's up, I'm just going to
Yes.
pass an invisible energy on
You,
him.
and he disappears from sight.
Excuse me, I've forgotten something. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Go on.
But Cricket, you do not see Siggy. Instead, you see a man who's roughly just a couple of inches taller than Siggy, curly, like reddish brown hair, just like a generic kind of human male appearance. But Siggy's voice is coming out of him.
Nice.
Does what I look like right now.
For a split second. Who's this guy? Okay, no. That's just...
All
All right.
Go.
Like an armband or something.
Yeah, a little label. Yeah. Like, hi, my name is Siggy.
Secretly Siggy.
Yeah.
After about 20 minutes, the city walls loom above you and you can see the gates. Are you heading out of the gates and out of the city?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful stuff. You see two guards. Do you slow your pace as you approach, or are you just going?
Do they look like they are watching out for something, or are they chilling out?
Give me a perception check.
May I kind of bundle Cricket under my cloak to try and hide?
Cricket is now invisible.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, cool. Never mind.
You can still do that.
Do it anyway. Swaddle him like a baby.
Yeah.
Yes,
15.
and.
They look like they don't look like they are shirking their duties. They do look like they are still stood somewhat to attention at the gates.
But they're not like anticipating anything.
No, they don't look like they are actively looking for
Okay.
someone specific.
Okay, in which case I'm going to slow down just a mite
Yeah.
to not be suspicious, but still like walking with purpose.
Yeah, a hurried strut. Not a problem at all. One of them.
It's that really awkward thing when you're running for a bus and it leaves. So you're like, ah!
Yeah, you've got to sort of like do that power walk. Like, I was going this way the whole time. You slow your rolls, as it were, but as you approach, one of the guard do sort of step in front and place a hand
I'm
up.
going to just pull out my paperwork.
Immediately with the paperwork, something that you are now very accustomed to. They look at the paperwork, they nod and sort of just let you pass, seemingly nonplussed at people passing out of the city of a nighttime. Passing in might be a different kettle of fish, but
Forgive
for
me,
now,
what time is it?
it is nighttime. It is, you're not quite sure what time it is, but it is dark out.
Okay.
you pass through the gates of the city, and the landscape stretches on out before you. Are you heading anywhere specific?
Nearby, like tree cover, somewhere that is not easily trackable.
Okay.
If it has been raining, I want to avoid mud and soft
Okay.
ground.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
It has been raining a lot in the recent days.
Sheets, you might say.
So the ground is still soft. It is not muddy necessarily.
Okay, but if there's a choice between like grass and rocky, I'm gonna go with rocky.
For sure.
type of thing.
Absolutely. What I will say you do see is it is a fair ways away, but there is a copse of trees sort of out and to the left. It looks like it's going to take you a good 30 to 40 minutes to get there, unfortunately. It is out past the river, but you could, use the river if you wanted to go down and then across to sort of shelter some of your tracks, as it were.
Yeah, I will stride ahead. And
Okay. You carry Cricket on through and you step down onto the banks of the Vanal River that runs past this side of the city, stepping into the water so as not to leave any tracks. You head down and then across as soon as you are in line with the copse of trees, and you just head straight for them, trying to be as soft-footed as possible.
Did you say it's raining now? Sorry.
It is not raining currently,
It has been raining.
but it has been raining quite a lot in
Yeah.
the recent days.
Sure.
Willow, do you have a way to get a message to Tony?
Fuck, Tony.
It's okay. I gave instructions to Matthew to try and find her if possible, but if you had a magical way of doing it, that might be
I
better.
don't. I have nothing. I have nothing. Maybe I should go. I shouldn't go back. Fuck.
Kevin. Can he help in some way? Can he deliver a written
Yeah, he can do. He can do. Yeah.
Maybe we just scroll something very quickly once we have somewhere to
Yeah.
hide.
No, that's a good idea. Thank you.
And scroll something quickly and get Kevin to deliver it. Nikali, where are we going?
That copse of trees,
Copse?
because we can cross the river and not be tracked.
Okay. All right. All right. Are you okay, Cricket?
I'm basically luggage at this point. I think I'm kind of coming in and out. I know I'm healed, but I'm still goosed. I think I'm not being useful.
The fatigue is heavily set in you, and it is taking a lot for you to even keep your eyes open at the minute.
Yeah.
Let's get there quickly because we need to have a look that he's okay, and we can't see him right now.
Okay.
He could be dead.
Just carrying on.
Absolutely. After coming down the river and then across, it takes you a little over 40 minutes. But eventually you come upon this copse of trees, this very large wooded area. Oak trees and silver birch erupt from the ground. And as you step in, you can see that moss-covered rocks are dotted amongst leaf litter and fallen logs, but also new emerging ferns that sort of carpet the ground and give this entire area a beautiful and serene sort of environment.
All right.
As we're crossing the river, this is stupid, but I want to try. I kind of wanted to say I had like Cricket in my arms because I'm fairly short. Does he get a little dip in the river?
No, the river is not nearly as deep as the one that you encountered going up towards the Blightlands. This part of the Vanal River is still fairly high up in the basin, and so does not have that same power or depth.
Understood. Okay, when we get to the cops, I'm going to lay Cricket down gently on the ground.
We'll have a look around first to see if anyone's followed us.
Give me another perception check.
I'll kind of throw out my cloak first. And then lay
Yeah,
down.
absolutely. You sort of throw it over some of these ferns, and it settles down, and you are laid down in this sort of like fringe of fern leaves, and you just look up to the darkness of the canopy above you. Perception
19.
check. 19. Still fairly confident that at the moment no one has followed you.
Okay, I think we're safe. And I'll lift
Okay.
the invisibility up of him.
The form of Cricket once again reappears, laid out. Short breaths just escape from his lungs as he is flittering on the edge of consciousness.
I think you see, just briefly, like this unknown gentleman like reaches up and pulls his own face off.
Nice.
And then the spell fades, and there's Siggy, and he's just got a white mask in his hand, which he tucks away. Serious concern on his face, like, Cricket, what can we do? How can we help?
I need a rest. That's the only thing that's gonna make me feel better. Maybe I need to get him some water as well. But we needed to get away from there as fast as we can. Where is everyone else? I think this is the first time he's had a second to look around, and he's like, "Where's Tony? Where's Matthew?"
Well, Matthew's at blood camp.
He's at what?
We'll catch you up. He's doing some work. Tony.
He's working with the Arcanist, whose book we found.
Yes.
Oh, okay, sure, okay.
And Tony's been just off on her own. The last couple of days, she's needed to do things. I haven't reached.
Cleric things, I think, to
Okay.
do with her own faith. I think she's not in danger, as far as I know.
Sure. Have you guys still been staying at the stew pot in the meantime?
For now, yeah.
You're not seeing any new patrons or anyone look suspicious, no?
No, I don't think so.
Particularly, but then I'm not very perceptive, so.
Sure. Well, the first night we got back, I set off to find that person again. I tried to get a message into the jail to see if Halvar's all right, and I found that person, and he said he managed to get a message in, but Halvar's either going to be executed soon or moved soon or something like that. I don't know, but I know there wasn't much time, so I tried to make a bit of a show of myself to maybe buy some time, make sure.
You revealed yourself to the authorities?
No, but I left some breadcrumbs to make them think I was still around, make them think it was still worth waiting before they executed Halvar.
Did they catch you?
Guards didn't catch me, no, but this group did catch me. There was a lady with red hair. There was a big orc. There was an undergnome.
Yes, as Verth
Oh,
a
no,
deep
that-
gnome.
No.
A what? A deep gnome.
Deep gnome.
There was a deep gnome as well.
Is any of this ringing a bell, DM? No.
I don't know who these people were, but they were more powerful than I've seen in a long time. They caught me. They interrogated me. They were going to hand me in, but they put this weird shroud over me. It was like black mist around the room, and every time they asked me a question, I couldn't help it, but I had to tell the truth. And when I told them I actually didn't kill the lady, they seemed very confused. Then I managed to escape, but I know that they know where we are. They know a lot about us, and they're after us.
Fuck.
Did you get any names, or?
A cat and cunt, I think. I don't know. I kept getting that name wrong, didn't I?
You can make a history check if you want to remember how
Wait a
many
second, I think it wasn't cunt.
how many names you can.
7
ascertain.
plus history 0. There was cat and cunt.
That's about all you can remember.
Yeah, that's all I can get. There was about 6 people. I got about 2 names.
A cunt, a fuckser?
Maybe
it
it was the
him?
same person. No, it was a different person. But they had spellcasters. They had fighters. They were very strong.
Okay.
Seemed very well put together. They seemed like this wasn't going to be an issue for them capturing me. They seemed like they were fine with it.
DM, does either this group description or the magic that they're using ring any bells?
Make me an Arcana check.
Well, shucks.
It's gonna be a nat 20.
Guidance.
Yeah, right.
Oh, no, I can't do that, right?
You got it.
Can I guide her?
That's good. It's good. It's good.
12.
Right,
Oh, you got no plus?
No. I hit things, man. I hit things.
plus.
That's it.
I am very quick and hit many things.
I hit many things and occasionally warp reality.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
That's my.
And deal with crime lords.
You say no.
You do not. Nothing twigs in your memory of anything in particular. The group. You safely assume has not come across your radar before. There are many different mercenary groups all across Ilthansia, and
Sorry, his George clicked.
crunchy bones. The particular magic, there are quite a few options, and there's nothing that Cricket has said that tells you one specific methodology that they're using.
How are you feeling now?
I feel better than I did. My cuts and bruises are a bit better, but I'm just absolutely exhausted. They have me tied up in a chair for 2 days, so
Mechanically, what does Cricket look like right now? Like, how is his
0% robot, no mechanics whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't know what his mechanic looks like.
No,
Cricket looks like Cricket. Their cloak is torn, certainly at the bottom hem. They have the remainders of partially healed deep lacerations across their face, some across the chest and the arms. They have like darker green patches across their face, which looks, you assume... In fact, give me a medicine check.
Medicine. Have we had one of those before?
Very rarely.
Ooh, okay. 17.
we'll take it.
These are
I'm a huge
heavy, deep bruises that you can see across Cricket's face. Other than that,
I think Siggy just kind of takes in Cricket for a second. You see like a flash of fury.
I don't know how it happened, but they found us presumably pretty easy, and I don't think they're gonna let us go.
Let them find us again. We'll teach them a fucking lesson.
Well, if we're gonna see them again, we need to be ready because they are well oiled and they know what's going on. I don't want to ask any more of you as well, but I know we're running pretty short of time in terms of Halvar. I don't know what we can do, but I want to get to him.
You said they were moving him potentially.
Just whisperings from the guards. They were getting sick of waiting to find me. They wanted to execute us together or exile us together, move us or something. But that's why I kind of stuck my neck out a bit, trying to make them wait a bit longer.
How long ago did you send that message?
What message?
The initial message.
As in,
Yeah.
showed the guards I was around?
No, the other one. The one before, it was before we left, wasn't it?
Oh, sure. So 2 days and 2 weeks, I think, around that time.
They wanted to exile him.
They were thinking about exiling him or executing him. He was still alive as of 2 days ago. I don't know what's going on now.
I think. Is there something to be said about rescuing him, breaking him out, bringing him with us?
I think that's the one thing they'll expect.
He might die otherwise.
I know, but I don't want to ask much more of you guys.
Well, I think it's tricky because if we run, it blows our cover and makes us look more suspicious anyway, regardless of the true state of things. But we also, our choices are, I think, either break him out of prison tonight
Tonight, okay.
and go, which is fine, but depending on how powerful these people are, you might get follow through from them. Or we prove you're both innocent as soon as possible.
Yeah, you
But we don't know how many people are involved in any kind of conspiracy. So that might be impossible from the start.
yeah.
We also have no evidence, no murder weapon, no way to clear their names.
But if there are spells that can make people tell the truth,
That's right, and you did tell the truth.
I
and
did.
They were
Well,
confused
I
about
wasn't able to tell a lie, and they looked very shocked when I told them it wasn't me.
If we can find a genuine person in a position of power who can believe said magic, and you and Halvar both are compelled to tell the truth, as are we all, that might be a way to do it.
We already know someone in a position of power. Well, we know a few. There's the Arcanist, and perhaps the leader of this mining guild, the dwarf gentleman that we met.
I don't think I met anyone.
No, we did it the day
you
you
weren't
went
there, but
away.
we have a job to do for him. Perhaps this can be part of our reward.
I don't know. I feel like we can trust the Arcanist more because he benefits from knowing us better.
That's true.
If we're all implicated in a crime, it will hurt him indirectly.
Sure.
But if we don't know what the dwarf has in personal stakes in any of this, perhaps it is worth approaching the Arcanist and seeing what they say.
Maybe we could go to Blood Camp tomorrow night. Or is that too late?
I think it might be too late. If
So you're
We
thinking
do need
tonight?
to find Matthew.
I can find Matthew, but I do wonder if. I mean, it would be a massive risk to do this if we weren't on a time crunch, but I think it is now or never.
I'm inclined to agree. We were late when we got back to the city for Alvor. It's it's even later now.
And I don't know, are these people looking for all of us or just you?
I think so far just me.
Okay, so us leaving the city and going back in, if you're not with us, with blighter papers, it shouldn't be a massive problem.
To get back into the city.
If you're invisible,
Yeah, I can keep you invisible for a few more hours at least.
There's also this if you really need it. And he pulls out the white mask.
Yeah, what is that? You took that off your face.
It's a way of disguising myself. I'll put it back on and I turn like into the ginger head, auburn head gentleman again. It's a way of disguising myself.
Is it always the same person?
No. Mechanically, basically, this is a mask that you can use to cast disguise self.
Oh,
But
class.
you would have to attune to it.
Sure, okay.
And then he pulls his face off again. If it comes down to it, you can use this.
but you're also still wanted.
True.
Yeah,
but I'd rather they catch me rather than Cricket.
Well, no, you guys have already done a lot for me. I don't want to. I don't want to.
We'll call it cleansing.
I mean, I can keep it invisible for 4 hours, so that gives us 4 hours. Let's just hope we don't get into any other scraps, because that's me tapped.
Okay.
Sorry for rushing us out of the city.
No.
I didn't know what
No,
type
no.
No,
of
it was the
thing
best thing
was
to
You did
do.
well.
following us.
You did well.
I needed to get away from the stew pot. They know about the stew pot, so that's all.
Okay.
Nakani, what did you write on the note to Matthew?
I wrote,
That's okay. It's okay. What?
I wrote, find me, if possible, get Tony first, be safe, yeah, and I didn't even sign it with a name, I just put my
You just
thumbprint.
put the thumb through it. Okay. Thank you very much. Duly noted. Carry on.
I will immediately pull out a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll write a little note to Tony. She'll go to just say, we're outside the city and by the tree, a clump of trees.
Exactly
And
where
then we'll
we are.
stop herself. I was like, what do I say? How do I tell
Try
her
and
where
keep
we
it as vague as possible.
Does Tony have any magic that can be used to find you or send messages? Or
I don't know. She's got more powerful since we've met you guys, so she might do. But
where did you first enter the city together?
the main gate,
The main gate.
yeah, just before a prisoner bell.
And where did you go from there?
We went looking for the prisoner, and then went into an alleyway and got robbed, and then Edmund came and saved us, and then we went to the stew pot, and we met Cricket on the way. We kind of walked in and got handed to wanted criminals without doing anything.
When you
Right.
put it that way.
Oh, your jewellery. Where did you get the jewellery from?
Oh, a shop in town.
Okay. Maybe you can meet her there.
Yeah, okay.
Because she'll remember, I'm sure.
All right, yeah, I want to go get some more jewellery.
Yes.
Meet you there tonight.
Mhm.
Okay, that's great. She's great.
It's very good. When you say tonight, do you mean tonight, or do you mean...
Well,
You're not there. And this is me saying
Okay,
it's good.
thank you.
well, you said tonight, Nakarni, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, we need to do this tonight.
Okay,
If it's as urgent as you say.
sure. And he's, as soon as that decision's kind of been made, he's going to just try and kind of start getting up and just, testing his muscle.
Make me an endurance check.
Guidance?
Ah, you bastard. One of these days, Fletcher, one of these days.
13 total.
It is a struggle, and you can feel the ache in your muscles. You can feel that slight raw tear where the lacerations from your injuries
Yeah.
have not fully knitted together. There's that pull, that twinge, that rub of raw nerve endings, but you do manage to stand up slightly shakily, but you can walk.
Can I pull some food rations out of my pack and hand them to Cricket?
Yeah,
Maybe just some,
you
some
can do
jerky,
so.
eat. You'll feel better.
All right.
Chocolate.
At the sight of food,
Chocolate.
something primal just clicks in your brain, and your stomach immediately just.
A ribbit! A little genuine
He's got
ribbit.
his ribbit back.
Okay.
Happy Christmas, everyone.
And you are starving.
Yeah.
In like game terms.
Game terms.
Mechanic.
While we're sitting having a picnic, does this count as a short rest?
I will say yes.
Before we activate that short rest, because I get something back on the short rest. I'm just gonna be like, cool. Are you okay?
I'm gonna... I'm quite shaky on my legs, but I'm gonna try and very nonchalantly lean against one of the trees so it doesn't look like I'm fighting to stay up, and then just shovel food into my mouth.
All right, cool.
I'm fine, just go on.
Okay,
Insight check.
I'm gonna go send this letter. Can you guys just come proofread what I've written? Just if we go out together, all three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that all right?
Mhm.
And then we'll head just out of earshot of Cricket.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Why?
this is our time. Finally, we've got it.
He's weak!
I've written. We've got the groom. I don't think Halvar's in prison anymore.
How do you know?
Well, he said they were thinking about exiling him. And what did we find out a couple of days ago? That Inquisitor Hellas has been exiled. Do they do that one person at a time, or would they make it more convenient for them and send a bunch of them together?
I mean, the latter would make more sense, but
DM?
we don't know.
Does that make sense?
Make me a history check at disadvantage. It's unlikely you would know this sort of information.
2 nat 20s, come on.
May I
Come on,
also
yeah.
do
Prove
the
Jack
history check
wrong.
separately?
I do know this.
2 6s.
2 6s.
No, I said
No
2 nat
idea.
20s.
Sorry, it's turn.
Got it.
Siggy, you can also make the check at disadvantage should you like to.
History.
History.
History's
The
happening.
nice thing is those dice aren't inked, so... Oh, 2 nat 20s! Yay!
Oh, I think I can see.
Not a
With
clue.
teen?
Although, maybe that's something we could ask the Arcanist, if there's connections that we can... Or even disguise as someone looking for some more information.
Maybe I could be pregnant again.
Yes. Although... had the potential potential to go very wrong. So glad
There's
it didn't.
only so
but-
many Inquisitors that can banish the wastelands.
I think maybe we should prepare that he's not there. So maybe breaking into prison isn't.
Okay, information gather first, and then
Yeah.
I know it's a lot to ask, but if Cricket can remember exactly where in the prison they were holding Alvor, is there any way that Kevin could maybe scout ahead for us and see if he's still there?
Kevin probably can't, but
You're not going alone.
what if it helps?
I don't care. I'm not gonna risk you dying.
I can be a spider.
There might be enchantments that might reveal you or something like that. We don't know. We just don't know. These people are very powerful.
so if it comes down to it, it makes you look more suspicious than you are, in fact.
I think this is more important than that, though.
Let's see if we can gather the information other ways before we risk everything.
Okay.
We'll call it Plan Z.
All right.
Okay, so we gather information, trying to find Alvor, if he's still in the city. Find Tony, find Matthew, and what? Speak to the Arcanist?
That I think it's worth finding Matthew first,
Uh-huh.
because we can speak to the Arcanist at the same time.
Yes.
While we're speaking, it might be worth Willow, you meet Tony.
Okay.
So that she is with us.
Yeah. I'll. Boop, 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 boop.
Performance art. Right there.
It's a film.
2 words.
That was incredible.
How many
I enjoyed-
inspirations?
Like all of them. Every inspiration. It was
Great.
so good. Yes.
And I'll.
Out of the ether, once again, you conjure the familiar hawk figure of Kevin.
Go to the stew pot. Give this to Tony. If someone captures you, eat the note.
No.
Godspeed. I mean, ancestor speed, little one.
You see Kevin just fade into the darkness and fly off. So you are sending Kevin to deliver the note to Tony.
Via the window.
Via the
That he
window.
has flown out of before.
And you are instructing Tony to...
I want to go. I've just said I want to go shopping for jewellery tonight. Meet me there
Okay, fantastic stuff.
Tonight.
tonight.
It's fucking
Now.
midnight. It's closed.
Okay. Kevin flies off. Is there anybody doing anything else at this point?
Is
Then we can shop.
forgive me.
Before, oh, so sorry.
No. I was just going to say, because I couldn't hear any of that conversation, right? Is the ground grassy or muddy?
It's not muddy. There is a little bit of leaf litter, quite a lot of moss. There is some like patches of like these tall grass fronds as well, intermittent between what is by and large quite a lot of like fern growth.
It probably won't change anything, but for the flavore, I might just get
Absolutely.
some moss and maybe just kind of
For
pad,
sure, you
pad the
can
really
do so.
goose areas.
Give me either a medicine or a survival check.
That will be survival. Oh my lordy lord. Will it be survival? It will. 19, Jack. 19.
19 is pretty good. You find a patch of fresh moss that is growing on the trunk of a rather large oak, and using a dagger, you peel off some of this moss and you pack it into the remaining wounds that you still have. You tear off a strip of fabric and bandage that up to hold it there. And you think you've done a pretty decent job. Fantastic. I'll say with that, you get back 1 hit point. Unfortunately.
I'm still super
You are,
goose though.
yes.
No,
it
that's
is.
good.
It is going to take submersion in water to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
those exhaustion points off.
Absolutely. I'm ready.
I'm going to, if I go back over to Cricket,
Before you go back, I will say let's keep this from him for now.
Okay.
Just, I hope it's powerful, and I think he needs it at the moment.
And I will return.
Keep what? What are you guys talking about over there?
How are you doing, my friend?
I'm ready.
You sure?
Yes.
Inside check.
Inside check.
Fucking ignore it. 9.
9. Even with a 9, you can hear that there is a determined edge to Cricket's voice. And though they may seem physically exhausted, mentally and spiritually, you rarely see such a drive in them.
I think it's a determination built on, like, desperation and chaos, though, I think.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna give him like a sly smile.
Do you like desperation and chaos?
I'm gonna give you like a little sly smile, like twinkle in the eye.
I think
But if you need anything, don't go running headlong. You let me go first, okay?
Well, we're a team, so
We are a team.
we'll move as a team.
Don't leave me like that again. I'm giving him a big hug.
All right.
Proper bro hug like that.
No, make it a non-bro hug.
You take that hit point back off. No.
Embrace each other.
Embrace.
As tender as Siggy gets.
Yeah.
So,
There's maybe a shuddering. Cricket's not used to being hugged because everyone's
Give in,
scared of
give
touching
in,
him.
Give in.
So it's a bit of a,
Give in.
and then I'll relax into it.
beautiful.
Well, sorry.
No, please do.
I think they're done broing out, so.
I'm just gonna hold on.
Speaking of flurry of bros.
Yes.
Bro.
That's the collective now for bros now.
A flurry of bros.
Bros.
I like it a lot.
Bros.
I like it because it's kind of emasculating.
As I watch, as we were walking back and we see the bromance happening.
Oh,
Just get there and there.
inspiration.
Thank you. I'll take that.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Oh, right. Oh,
That's what
I
proves
respect
we're
her,
British.
I respect
that
her.
proves we're British. Have you given out inspiration for puns?
Oh, of course.
Too right.
I will just Willow. You feel her tail, just on your shoulder, just resting like with a comfortable weight of like.
Willow will be like,
It's very fluffy.
this is very much just soft.
It's just like a like tickly kind of. Oh, don't do that.
With the warm safety that comes with companionship, the four of you take a breath after a hectic day and an even more hectic evening. Is there anything in particular that you wish to do?
Break into song and stroll down the yellow brick road.
Yep,
This is
sounds
how
about
it is.
right.
Maybe we could leave the other two.
Are you-
We're the best ones.
Are you staying within this copse of trees, or are you heading back into the city?
I think we want to activate the short rest.
Activate the short rest.
Is
You
that what
can.
you, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Short rest button pushed.
Cool.
I think that changes nothing for me.
You can roll hit dice if you would like.
That doesn't do anything for exhaustion. That only does hit points. Doesn't
It doesn't, but it does do hit points.
Oh, go on. I'll use the hit die.
Yeah, by all means. So you can roll as many as you want and add your con per dice you roll.
Con
Any-
per dice.
Con per dice, yes. That is a mistake I've been making for years.
I love it.
Very stressful.
Suddenly very stressful. The wiggles have disappeared.
Yeah,
No.
good. I'm fucking glad I could rein you in.
Over in
I mean,
the
woo!
Never let him see the weakness.
We're having fun.
Having fun. Okay. You sit in this copse of trees, barely the wind brushing through the ferns. Occasionally you just hear this.
I throw a chair.
I'm going to put my staff on my back, and I'm going to literally monkey climb my way up to the top of the tallest tree
Yeah.
and just sit.
Yeah.
Looking at the sky, waiting for a giant moth.
Lovely.
So-
You can see this faded band of pinkish nebula smoke that just arcs its way across the sky, just flecks of oranges and yellows or greens and blues just ever so occasionally just...
In that moment then, I will take out my piece of small cracked jade and I will hold it in between my hands and I will concentrate really, really hard. And I will try and... She puts her hands together either side of it, and as she pulls her hands apart, the threads connecting her fingers start to flicker in to existence. And she flexes as if she's trying to flick them out, and they just like almost glitch in and out and then just break and fragment and fly off. And the jade drops into her lap and she just sits.
Give me a wisdom check.
I don't know the consequences, but come on.
Six.
Dead.
Monkey corpse.
Duly noted.
Duly noted. Jackery. Cricket's having a very shivery, bad dream-filled sleep. As soon as people stopped talking to him, I think he kind of slumped against the tree.
I'm going to throw my cloak over.
You can see him shifting. And with each twitch, you can feel that presence still behind you. All you can see is the darkness. But no matter which way you turn, it's right behind you.
Did you say we seem twitching?
In his sleep.
Yeah, I'm going to go into my little bags of like herbs and components. I'm just going to pull out a little bit of lavender. I'm just going to waft it under his nose.
Okay.
Just try and calm him down with some scents of lavender.
You see that there's an ever so slight just relaxation in him. Just for a moment.
Shove it up his nose.
To be fair, last time I smelled lavender, we got attacked by that big...
It's true.
He suddenly starts writhing.
Yeah.
Remember the lavender oil? I
Yeah,
shoved the...
Oh, yeah. Go remember.
After this short rest has finished, hit dice have been rolled. Is there anything anyone would like to do?
What's the plan?
We'd hear from Matthew, I suppose, and then...
Does he know we're here?
No, I just said find me, so we could head back into the city.
Oh.
It's just that if you went to the stew pot first.
Does he have a way to find you? Or is it just...
I hope so.
Come on, Benjamin. Again. Well...
9 intelligence.
That's what I say. Nicari's practical. He's smart.
Yeah, he'll find me.
The best way to be.
Yeah.
Okay then.
No, I think we're...
Yeah.
We just head back into the city.
Before we get up, I'm just going to quickly go to Cricket, and she's going to pull out this one of her little notebooks, and she turns to like a page which has got a bunch of scribbles on, and she's going to read it, and she's like, do you mind if I just quickly check you over?
Awake. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Are we going? Sure.
Yeah, in just a second, and I'm just going to, literally like someone who's been trained for first aid at work, with notes from Tony, I'm just going to do like a check of everything that she kind of taught her to do.
That's really cute.
And
Medicine
just
check.
A secondary assessment.
Yeah, just to
Medicine
check that he's
check.
okay. Medicine
Can I rest a hand on Willow's shoulder and just pray to the ancestors really quickly and give you guys?
That's something that you can do for sure.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that was chaotic.
That's what we like.
That's
What am I-
15, I think.
A 15 is not bad. You
She's very much
look.
like-
You look at the
One of my
bruises on his face, and they look severe, but for bruises, you think that they will heal in time. But it looks like he's had some blunt force trauma to the face. There is also a swelling sort of in between his eyes. The lacerations, you can see some of the deeper cuts. You actually pick out shards of glass that have remained in these wounds, and you just pick just a couple of fragments of glass out of one of the deeper cuts. You assume that that's the cause for the rest of the lacerations. The rest of the lacerations are healing because of the magic that you have and Siggy have put into him. And up close, studying intently the form of Cricket, you can see that his skin is dry and ever so like at the creases there is a little bit of flaking and cracking and trickles of blood sort of in the creases of his skin, and you can see this now as well.
Check his creases.
Did you jump through? Did you get hit with a glass or something?
I jumped out a window to get away.
Okay, all right. Maybe just protect your face if you were to do that again.
Oh, the face stuff wasn't the window.
No, it's just you've got some glass in your cuts.
Oh, sure. Do you want to get it?
Well, yeah, okay.
Oh, it's a long piece!
Holy shit!
And then it turns to handkerchiefs.
Yeah.
He's arcane trickster.
Yeah.
Relief. Yeah. Feeling okay? You seem fine.
I'm all right.
Good news is you're not going to die.
Okay.
So that's great.
Great.
Sure. Bad news is you look a little bit dry.
I feel a lot dry.
I think we need to get you some water.
That's all right, but first things first. Let's get back in and
Take my water bottle and throw it in his face.
It is genuinely soothing, and it does this time go somewhat towards making you feel a lot better, but you know it is going to take a long while
Proper.
to fully soak yourself before you have returned to normalcy.
Where'd you get your little checklist?
Well, Tony did most of it. My mom did the other half.
Sure.
What
What does it say?
It's just so my mom. So this book is made by my mom, but it's just like what happens if you fall over and you need to like sort yourself out, like if you're bleeding or something. And then when I met Tony, she always handled like the healing stuff, and I just had a bad dream one night that she'd need the help and she'd be the one that wasn't able to help. So we wrote up a little to-do list of what to check just to see if there's anything else that needs to be done.
Sure. Why is that bit there being scribbled out?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, it's just
What does it say? Tell me what.
It says Gray's knees, apply dock leaves. Oh no, that's for stinging nettles. That's
Yeah,
why it's different. That's why
thank
it's
you,
scribbled
thank
out.
you.
All right, okay.
Is your mother a medic, a healer?
Well, my whole I've got two moms and a dad, and they can all do sort of healing. My mom and my dad very much so, and then my mom she can do little bits of it.
Mommy.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear about them in less.
Yeah, that's maybe it's not the
Prompt
time.
circumstances.
It's a complicated little family.
What family isn't complicated?
No, I mean they're just they're all together. So
That's lovely that they're looking out for you though and making you.
yeah, it's great. It's
Yeah.
got everything. It's got stuff about stars in there and hunting and healing and
Wow.
some stuff, other stuff. But yeah,
Is it normal for your people to have multiple parents?
I don't know. They did. No one else seemed to. But it was kind of there's like 18 of us in total, but they're not all together. It's not all like that. But it was of all different types of people. It was a place of no judgment. I guess it's maybe the best way to put it. People could be what they wanted there.
It sounds beautiful. I like that.
It's amazing.
Oh, I have, well, we had 2 and then 3 fathers, and my mother she also has a partner who is female, and then she has a daughter from,
Complicated.
but it's very, anyway, we can talk about it another time.
Siggy's
Let's
trying to
go.
write this down.
Trying to construct the
Family tree.
The
Yeah,
family
draw it
tree
as
is more
fast.
like a bush.
Well, that's why we're good at climbing, you see. Walking like.
I'd love to get into this more, but unfortunately,
Well, I'm very sorry, okay? It's not my fault. It's entirely my
Willow and
fault.
Nakani were about to become best friends, but never mind. Let's go sort you out.
You pad your way across the landscape back towards the river. Are you stopping in order for you to bathe in the river, or are you heading straight into the city?
How long can we walk through the river? Is it like 40 minutes and it would
You
only
will
be
need
20?
to sit and rejuvenate for at least an hour.
What time is it now?
Make me a survival check.
Can I do that as well?
Yes.
I'm gonna say I don't mention that we should stop.
Okay.
13.
A 13.
I got less.
You know it's. You can't quite remember if it's getting close to midnight or you've gone past midnight now. You're not quite sure. You know it's the middle of the night, but you're not sure.
Okay. I'll just carry on going then.
Okay.
Yeah.
You carry on going. And I think we will switch back over to Mothyu at this point.
Blood
Mothyu, you had returned from the aforementioned blood camp, and you had actually arrived before the rest of the party, I do believe. Were you going
You look blank, darling.
Arrived back at the town.
at the Stewpot Tavern?
Right.
I believe you had arrived a little bit before because it was much earlier that you finished on the second night than on the first night.
Because you got beaten. Remember, you lost.
Yes. Well,
You lost. You failed.
I'm going to watch the stream again.
I think watch back and just remember. Would you have gone straight up to your room?
No. If everyone wasn't there, Mothyu might have. What time would I have gotten back?
Say 10-ish in the evening, 10:15.
Right. And when everyone left, when you left the note, were you at the stew pot?
Yeah.
I will arbitrarily go somewhere else for a drink. And Mothew's going to go from the stew pot, and he's going to go for a little walk around and kind of, or a little fly around, and acquaint himself with the area properly. Maybe do a little bit of. Oh, in fact, he might use his time to do a little bit of information gathering.
Okay.
What
Interesting.
What are we gathering information about?
That's a monkey thing.
Love you, darling.
Because I suppose we know enough about. Maybe about the. You might hang around and see where the guards go for drinks. Try to find out a little bit more about the structure of
Okay.
who's in what position, so
Okay.
we know.
Interesting. Give me an investigation check. It's
Okay.
not going to be at disadvantage, but it's going to be a high DC.
You got it.
Can I use my inspiration to get advantage?
Inspiration you can use at any time.
Excellent.
In life.
Okay, that's actually not bad. That's a dirty 20.
Nice.
A dirty 20 isn't bad. You
25.
follow
Dirty 25.
dirty 25.
That's very not
No,
bad.
I'm
Not
joking.
Just trying to barter. 25?
You
25.
take a walk. So you get back to the Stewpot Tavern. You see that nobody is about at this moment in time. You head straight back out then. You walk amongst the streets of the Loggers District, just taking in the cityscape. An occasional stray cat crosses your path, just darts off down an alley.
No collar.
You can see passing you down the street, there is a very drunk man, bottle in hand, sort of swaying his way down the street.
Mothew's not going to budge from his line, so if the guy's going to bump into him, Mothew's going to fully let him.
He
Bumper car it.
No collar.
he does so.
Oh.
At a certain point, he goes to take a swig, and at the same time tries to stumble out of your way, but with his head back, actually disorientates himself, overbalances, and collides back in with you.
Ooh.
And so sorry.
Mind yourself, man.
Mind.
Well, he's going to give him
Continues on down the street.
he's going to give him a look up and down and decide this time to not pursue the course of action that's currently going through his mind.
He did you a great dishonor there.
Sure, you don't want to burst him.
All I can do is dangle a carrot. You gotta follow. Couple of streets over, you just hear the distant barking of a stray dog. Just. But at some point, you do see a couple of Iron Guard. They are not going to a tavern. They are in formal attire.
Formal attire?
As in, they are in their armor,
Oh,
the
right,
regular
right.
Iron
Not
Guard.
suited and booted.
Sorry, no.
Dress uniforms.
They have got their dress robes on.
Fully top hat and tail.
They have got their formal uniform on. And they are carrying torches in their hands. They seem to be doing a sort of like a circuit sweep.
Okay.
You can follow these individuals if you'd like.
Yeah, I will. They see. What do they just look like regular guards?
They seem fun.
Yeah, I'll follow some.
They seem like cool guys.
Am I near the barracks? Roundabout?
No, not in the loggers district. I will say you will know from conversations with Cricket and that sort of stuff that the Iron Barracks are in the Guild district.
Ah, right.
They're in the Guild district.
Okay. They're in the Guild district.
Ah, yes, the Guild district. Barkeep, barkeep, away!
Who is this guy?
Yeah, Matthew's going to follow these two and just kind of keep an ear out for the idle chatter that goes between guards as they while away their shift.
Give me a stealth check.
Oh.
You just look back and see a moth with a sensor trying to hide behind it.
I thought you were just going to go straight.
Carry on.
No. No, I don't think I will.
Don't mind me. Carry on your conversation.
Stealth
Well,
check.
sneaky
So
bastard.
it's going to be a disadvantage.
It is going to be a disadvantage.
Which actually doesn't end up bad. That's a 17 and a 12, but a -1,
So 11.
so 11.
You begin to follow them round the streets, and you ting, pong, pang.
Wait, I can fly.
That's your
Yeah, but even the
intelligence.
fly is like.
Do you know what? That's a lot more subtle of just that.
With the occasional thunk as you hit a lamp.
I'd like to think he does sound like a Black Hawk.
Oh god.
You begin
reckons
to
it
follow
beats,
these
still.
two individuals, and you can hear that they are speaking in hushed tones, but you cannot hear necessarily what they are saying. You try and stalk a little bit closer to them, but the closer you get, the more easily you are heard. And as they are turning a corner, one of them looks behind and spots you.
Matthew's making direct eye contact.
You can see this individual, bald-headed female, or very closely shaven-headed female, dark hair, a slight point to the eels. You think eels?
Eels!
She's got a necklace of
She's
eels.
covered in eels!
And how hard were you hit?
Slight point to the ears.
Eels!
Pointy eels.
Inside, yeah.
No.
Not those round ones.
Slight point to the ears. You think half-elven heritage. She looks at you and goes, "Can I help you?"
Matthew stares for a second as he weighs up his options. Can I offer the pair of you fine guards a smoke? And he's going to pull out one of his bundles. Just a herby, gentle sheesh bundle. Pop it into his sensor. Begin to light it. And just as you
no.
go to light
Oh,
the
yeah.
bundle, they will sort of put a hand up and say, "Thank you very much for your kind offer, but we're on duty."
I do not partake.
And they sort of gesture down the street for you to alleviate yourself from
As
the
they
situation.
gesture, Matthew's going to take a step towards them. Very good. I wasn't in the mood for a smoke anyway. I've always wanted to be a guard in this city. I have much respect for you and your... There's a little bit of derision in it.
Yeah, give me a deception check.
I want to be there. I want to be there.
Oh, fuck. That's an 8.
Cock.
They look to each other for a second and go, "Sure you do."
Callum,
Says
please don't get
Matthew.
arrested. Please don't get arrested.
We don't need
Otherwise, you'll
another
be
criminal.
breaking Halvar and Matthew out of prison.
Perfect,
Oh,
absolutely
no.
perfect.
Matthew, does he realise that they're getting a bit suspicious?
Make me an intelligence check.
Oh, I will. 13. Yeah? He's going to change his tact.
Okay.
You look like a very lovely woman.
Not where I thought that was going to go.
Might I be able to take you out for a drink?
How hot is this Mothman?
Make me a make
very
me a
warm.
persuasion check at
very warm.
disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
You have just taken the piss out of her vocation.
You are a moth, sir.
Hey, no.
Hey, don't moth shame people.
Moths are on the cards as any species, all right? This is a fantasy land.
Disadvantage?
He was a dick, however, which is the
Moths are
main concern.
incredible lovers.
Oh, shit!
Those
Well, that's a
probably-
15.
At disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Ah,
Yeah.
Where's Matthew?
Yes!
He's
come on, she's a lowly woman. It's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, those pointed
been a
eels
while.
aren't doing her
It's
any
cobweb.
favours.
This is got as dry as cricket.
Make me an insight check.
Matthew's going to shake his wings a little bit.
This is fucking
Little bit of
brilliant.
glitter in the air.
This is fucking brilliant.
Make
Cricket
Make me an insight
Is
check.
this the official moth mating dance? Glitter.
Cricket's
Those
nearly
pointed
dead.
eels
We're all
just got a
involved in a
little
conspiracy with
pointier.
a group of shady individuals chasing us.
16.
Oh, am I going to
He's
get lucky
gone on a date.
tonight?
On a 16, you see that there's another glance exchanged, but this time there's a wry smile that comes across the female's face. I mean, I'm on duty now.
Oh.
But later.
This has suddenly gone very Baldur's Gate, and I'm here for it.
I've never been with a moth before.
I thought I was
I
going to be the one
could
character.
meet you tomorrow.
Oh my lord.
I'm getting married in the morning.
Draw the battle map.
Tomorrow it is.
Do you have any particular preference as to where we go?
Matthew gives her a slow, almost wink on one eye and then winks with his good eye.
Even though neither of those eyes have the
Actually,
capacity to wink.
Do you have any eyes?
It's just a long stare as he imagines winking.
He does the head movement, right? But no.
I should have seen this coming this episode. Yes, carry on.
Should you up?
I love it.
Why don't I surprise you?
Make me another persuasion check.
No!
You are a random individual approaching this woman in the middle of the night, propositioning her to surprise her
With my weapon.
with your weapon in hand. Make me another persuasion check. This
don't
one,
know,
I will
man.
say, is not at disadvantage because you're
It's the gruff Northern
Does he have
charm.
inspiration just because of his pure game?
absolutely fucking not. He's barely not got disadvantage here.
Oh.
This is a sketchy fucking...
Sketchy?
Callum,
Middle
just
of the
quickly
night.
Flavour it a bit more. Get some inspiration.
You can have my
Middle of the
inspiration.
night, random person approaching the town guard.
DM, can I give Callum my inspiration?
Not a fucking chance. You are not there.
Channel me your inspiration, brother!
I would
We're all in a field
any-
like.
So he's like, I feel like I need to play the lute for some reason.
If it's any consolation, had Siggy been there, he would have wingman the fuck out.
Yeah!
Persuasion
Wingman.
check.
Wingman my Mothman.
I'm just going to say he's pretty fucking cool, but fine.
Actually, DM, my
Come
character.
on, please.
on.
Nat 20, if there was ever a nat
It's not fucking bad. That's a dirty 20.
No!
Come on!
No!
Come on now.
Matthew's gonna bang.
Well,
Don't have a penis.
You've got enough to make it work.
gonna Matthew McConaughey her.
So there's only one penis in the whole group.
Okay, so you all
That's
need
mine.
to stop, or you're all getting disadvantaged for the rest of the session.
I'm not doing anything.
You're fine.
Let's go
actually.
back to the beginning of the episode, shall we, Miss Giggles?
Matthew, seeing as you are the only person there in this particular moment.
Tensing. I'm tensing.
Tensing or flexing is the difference. Whoa, bro! I didn't mean to do that.
Meet me here tomorrow.
Sick.
Take me somewhere good.
Matthew's going to actually lift off the ground a little bit and just float backwards.
Oh, yes! I can't decide if that's boss or creepy.
Oh my god, I love it so much.
And just as he goes through the sensor,
You didn't ask her name, bro.
I don't need it. Sorry, Dad.
Oh my god.
It's fine, whatever.
Wow. Wow.
You fade back into the darkness, which is so on the cusp of being cool, but also
Serial killer.
serial killer. I am walking this line of she can take care of herself, but also this is weirdly threatening. But you seem to have piqued her interest at most.
He does look pretty fucking bad.
Oh, he
does, he
looks
does.
great, but in the darkness, Matthew, that could be misconstrued as really fucking dangerous.
Do you know in anime when the light hits glasses over
Yes.
like people's creepy guy's eyes? I imagine that over his
It's
eyes.
so that vibe.
Just pushes
You
up
don't
a-
know if
a
you're
non-existent
protagonist or
friend.
antagonist. Anyway, you, from the darkness, see them turn the corner. and the light turn the corner, and the light slowly fades down the street.
The wiggles are back.
Really?
So you shouldn't make it too stressful for us, Jack, because we just get our revenge.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I will take some of the gravitas out of this campaign.
After Matthew sees that they've gone, he's just going to look around as the hustle and bustle continues during the night. As he looks a little bit unsettled. What just happened?
They blacked out for that entire thing.
I just blacked out for 2 hours.
The bag that you got out to smoke was really strong, but it did its job anyway. Let's go on a date.
It was actually just like a bundle of aphrodisiac.
Oh no.
Got the asparagus out.
Matthew, where are you going?
I'm going home, that was enough. Matthew's going to grumble his way slowly back to the Stew Pot Tavern.
Make me a survival check.
What?
Meanwhile,
Yeah, when Kendall gets back, and it's like, cool, so Matthew went on a date. Oh, what did you get?
Oh no.
After all of that, to go home, he's like, where the fuck am I? It's a natural one.
Okay. With your time patrolling the streets, following the guard, talking to the guard, then getting lost and coming back, it's been over an hour
That makes sense.
since you left. You get back to the Stew Pot Tavern. It's make me another survival check to determine what time it is.
Gotcha. 9.
9 plus.
No, 9 total.
9
I
total.
think, yeah, survival. Where's survival? 2. Oh, 10.
10.
Sorry, 10.
You estimate that it's probably about 11:30, nearly midnight by this time. So you've been out for almost 2 hours, which was not your intention.
Just to go and flirt with a card.
You get back
weird
to the
experience.
Stew Pot Tavern. Looks very much the same. Nothing has changed in the time that you've been away. you enter on in. The
Does he see the note? No, it's gone.
That's what all your sneaky rolls were.
The stew pot looks much the same. It is unchanged.
That's not good.
You head on in, and you can't see any of your companions.
I don't like this. He's doing his tension
Oh.
voice.
No, I know he is.
I need snacks. This is stressful eating time. Oh.
I have nothing.
Right.
I have
Well,
eyes.
this is boring. Barkeep!
Scottish.
Is he there? Barkeep! Barkeep!
2 feet
out
away
of
from
the
him.
back door, a bleary-eyed Casey. Yes, I'm here. What?
Were you asleep?
No, but it is very late, so I'll ask you to keep your voice down a little bit because we do have patrons here sleeping.
I'm afraid the only way my voice is being kept down is with a beer in my mouth. 1 ale, please.
That I can do for you. That'll be 3 copper pieces, please.
The average night out in Manchester.
Yes.
You want to shut me up?
As he's counting out the 3 copper, he's muttering about the price of hops nowadays.
Why does Matthew give me such fucking boomer energy?
Casey grabs a dark bottle and corks it and
I'm gonna make him do that every episode.
It's so good.
Inspiration.
That's my favorite one.
thanks. Hands you off the tankard. Is there anything else I can do for you, sir?
Well, it'll seem I'm here on my own.
Your tiefling friend is in her room, I believe. She got here a little while ago.
Oh, thank fuck.
Right, asleep.
I've not.
Tony!
Just keep you. You can go and knock for her, but I'll ask you to keep your voice down.
That's fine. If she were awake, she would have replied to me. I think she's going to look around the bar. Is there anyone else in?
There are still a couple of patrons. It's definitely cleared out from when you left a couple of hours ago, but you can see that there is a goblin and a halfling in the corner.
A goblin.
Goblin.
They're always fun. Right, I'll see you later. And he's going to go and sit down with the goblin and half-elf.
Halfling.
Oh my god, so
Halfling.
many tiny little people around
Yeah,
the table.
yeah,
He'll have massive tankards.
You know, the regular
Comes in
tankards.
pints.
And he's going to pop the tankard down, sit down next to the goblin, kind of just invite himself onto the table.
They sort of just drunkenly look at you, just like, can I help you?
I was thinking about buying the pair of you a nice couple of ales, if you would like to join me in some storytelling, perhaps sharing of adventure. Or do you perhaps seem to be adventurers yourselves?
No, I'm not an adventurer.
What's your occupation?
Me, I'm a cobbler. It's rather rude. I'm a mighty fine. I make very good shoes. Have you know, sir? I see you're not wearing a pair.
Don't need them.
You have not tried my shoes. Tell him.
Is this the goblet?
This is the goblin. Tell him.
I want 3 hours of this.
It might just be the halfling turns around and sort of says, to be fair, he does have very good shoes.
And what do you do?
Me? I am a baker, and I specialize in cake decorations.
Barkeep, I will require 7 more ales, please. And Matthew is going to...
For us.
Barkeep, I will require 9 more ales, please. Matthew's going to start drinking his drink and listen to them about their trades.
So what I could do is I could probably get you a custom-made pair of boots for
Right,
you.
yes.
I mean, if you like high boots, I can make them high boots. If you don't like high boots, I can not make them high boots for you.
I can't say I am opposed to high boots.
High boots it is. Do you need them to be hard wearing? Or are they more for fashion?
No, go
No,
on.
I'm so sorry. I
please.
spoke over you.
After you.
I am assuming from your attire
Yes.
that you are an adventurer yourself.
I'm a blighter. I travel into the Blight Lands.
He's got to do that
Yes.
with disadvantage. He's pissed.
What's a Blightlands?
I lied. I am a shirt maker. I make shirts.
You're a shirt maker. He's a shirt maker. You blighter. Is that what they call you, blighter?
Matthew's going to look at him for a second, and you can tell there's another thought going through his head before he finally lands on. Yeah. Yes. Well, good night, gentlemen. He's going to pop the drink down.
Amazing. Casey comes over with the 9 other beers. Well, you're a very generous individual, and he's just got one in each hand, and the halfling she reaches over and just drags 2 more tankards in front of her, so she's now triple parked.
A woman after my own heart.
It is at this point that you hear footsteps from behind you, and Tony is coming down the stairs.
Oh, thank the gods. Tony.
Matthew, come here.
At being told what to do, there's a part of Matthew that's like, no.
Big pathological demand avoidance strategy. Just like, well, you've told me to do it, so now you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, Matthew, after a couple of seconds, is going to waddle on over and it turns into a quick hover.
You can see that there is a familiar hawk resting on Tony's shoulder. She beckons you over and she unravels this small note. So Willow's just sent me this message to meet her at a jewelry store. I don't know what's going on, but I think we should find out.
Do you know this jewelry store?
I'm assuming she means the one that we went to the other day, so I think I could find it.
Now?
Well, she said tonight, which I assume the jewelry store will be closed. So I'm assuming that they've found something like important, and so I think we need to go now.
You seem panicked.
Well, it's weird. We've already been to the jewelry store. It doesn't add up. So I think she wants us to meet them there for a reason.
Very good. We shall go. And Matthew's going to rest a little.
Sleep.
Matthew's going to rest a little hand onto her shoulder. How tall is she again?
She's pretty tall. She's taller than you for sure. So there is a little, there's a stretch.
Matthew's going to rest a little hand on her shoulder and look into her eyes and say, in the most fatherly tone he can, "Do not panic, little witch. If anything hunts us, I will kill it."
I'm confident that that's true.
It's a good Tony.
Let's go. And you head on out the door and start winding your way through the streets of Dolomus. And I think that is the perfect opportunity to have a little break. We'll be back here in a couple of minutes to see if our adventurers can reconvene in the right place. We'll see you in a couple of minutes. And welcome back. So, just before the break, we had Matthew and Tony making their way over to the jewelry store that Tony and Willow had frequented earlier in the day.
I have a date.
You have a date, but that is for tomorrow. For now, we will jump back over to Willow, Siggy, Nakani, and Cricket. I'm trying to describe what's going on while also listening into the schemes that are being made just over here.
For what it's worth, I said no.
Of course you did. So, Nakani, Matthew. No, Nakani, Willow, Cricket, and Siggy. You are heading back into the city. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You pass through the gates. The guards giving you a curious eye. I'm assuming you made Cricket invisible again.
Yep.
Wonderful stuff.
Here we go. So last year.
Down
last
go
year
those
just
spell slots.
Last of the second levels. Because I also cast locate object for you earlier that day.
Nakani and
Am I just an object?
Yes. Did you have?
Nakani and Willow. What? Easy on the crosstalk, boys. You're quite all right.
So anyway.
Nakani and Willow, with your passive perception, you do note that the guards behind you do sort of give you a scrutinizing gaze. They have just seen you exit out of the city, so they do allow you entry back in. But after such a short amount of time, they pay attention to your comings and goings.
You're right, the water does feel better in the evening
Yes.
when the sun's not been on it.
Mm-hmm.
That really helped my pores.
Good.
Thank you.
Nakani just doing their best to yes and with no idea what to do. You are correct.
Does Kendall drive all the interesting conversation? What's going on?
You would not think with Tony being so stony-faced.
Stony-faced Tony.
Tony.
Are you heading straight towards the jewelry shop?
Well, we originally were going to split, weren't we?
Yeah.
So, let's not.
Were we?
Yeah.
I forgot.
Well,
Who's going
we
where?
can. I can go and try and find Matthew at the Arcanist, if you like.
Okay. And I guess I'll head to the jewellery shop.
Has Kevin come back?
Probably should have told him to come back.
Sorry, it's too late now.
Okay, and if Matthew, for whatever reason, isn't still there, well, we said that the inn wasn't safe. The tavern wasn't safe.
Yeah, I don't think we should go back to the stew pot if we can do anything about it.
Okay. So, should we just meet at the jewelry shop?
I guess so. Did you mention Tony in your letter?
I said to try and find Tony first.
So maybe they might have.
I will go and check the Arcanist first,
Okay.
and then see you there.
All right. Well, you guys. Well. You go with her.
Me?
Yeah.
I can move very quickly on my own.
Yeah,
that's true.
I'm currently suffering from 2 points of exhaustion, which means my movement is half.
It's just which is the riskiest route.
I think I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave you, Cricket. I don't want to leave you on your own.
I'm fine.
It's okay. I can be fast.
You're definitely faster than me. There's no point me going with you.
So I think maybe you stick together, and I
Okay.
will go and meet you there if I can't find him. Because hopefully he's trying to find me, and we will find each other, and it will be good.
Okay.
We have to.
Be safe.
We have to believe.
Going to look for something on you. What's like a prominent object on it?
I have a feather that is braided into my hair. That's sort of like a duck egg blue with black specks. Oh, I know.
That's nice.
Right, if you're not with us, how long? How long do you need?
How long was it to the Arcanist from?
For you, being as sneaky and as stealthily and as capable as you are, 30 minutes.
Okay.
How long
If you really pushed it.
Okay.
and how long to the jewelers?
sort of the same sort of thing. You guys do move slower, so the Arcanist is slightly further away.
I'm just thinking of like a rough time of how long to wait before we get worried.
For Nakani, there and back, potentially an hour.
An hour, but then also
Minimum.
waiting for him for how long?
Half an hour?
Half an hour. So an hour and a half. If we've not heard from you, I will track your blue feather duck egg with black specks. Yes.
Oh.
Nikani.
Break on 3.
That's it.
Dawn.
If I may, just before you go,
Okay.
may I?
Yes.
I'm gonna reach up in imitation of your greeting and put
Oh.
hands either side of her face and touch my forehead to hers and sort of go, did I ever tell you about the time I met a very swift monkey woman? And I'm gonna bless you with the tale of the runaway.
Nice.
No, wait. Sorry, the tale of the traveler. So you gain temporary hit points. What is it? D6, I think. Fuck's sake. So you get 1 extra hit point.
Yeah!
Sometimes one's all that matters.
But your
That's right.
walking speed increases by 10 feet, and you also get +1 to AC.
20 minutes. 20 minutes tops. We'll see you back here.
Be safe.
55 feet around, thank you.
55 feet times 3 if you need to.
Yeah, dash and step of the wind.
So that's what, 165 feet in 6 seconds.
Ancestral guide you! Oh,
I'm
okay.
road runner.
She's done.
We just see her go. Cool. Anything for us?
As you take my face in your hand, and as we break that, you can see that she there's just 2 dark streaks.
Aww.
As she's reached up and done the same, and like you start to pull away first, and it's just that moment of she's hanging on for as long as she possibly can before
I
she's like,
reciprocate. Like, I'll leave this as long as I need to.
okay.
Not to break it up. We're on a time crunch.
Inspiration to the pair of you. That was super cute.
I already
have one.
but,
But, yeah, we need to use
You're
them.
gonna calm down.
Channel them to me.
You guys need to either start using these, or I'm gonna get more stingy with them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Nakani, look out for a red-headed human female.
Well, oh my god!
Wait a second.
Make me a
I'm
history
Elven.
check.
A history check.
Oh wait, you're not human, are you?
Oh, 19?
Yeah.
19 plus.
We all look so blind
19.
in this episode.
19.
Because
A
it's
19 is very good. You give approximate descriptions of all 6 individuals.
Ooh.
A human woman with red hair.
There's a
tied back.
slightly bigger freckle on her left cheek. I seem to have written down.
Oh, she might want to get that checked
You
out.
were trying to discern individuals specific
Spiky hair as well.
appearances in case you ran into these people again. So there was the human woman with orange hair. There was the half-orc female who had this bluish grey skin and a like flash of black and purple hair in like a pseudo mohawk swept back down the center of their head. You saw the dark black purple skinned drow with long white hair, and the Zwerfneblin, the deep gnome with similar coloration of their complexion and a sweep of, again, silver white hair. You also saw the scruffy-haired individual with green cape and brown leathers, and what particularly lodges in your mind is the bald-headed, pale-skinned humanoid with blackish lips and blackish veins that came off of the lips and around the eyes.
Yeah.
Dressed in black robes with that symbol.
Medallion.
The
yeah.
medallion.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
say this is a mean person. and
No.
not to be
They were
trusted.
really friendly.
Being chased by 5 people in a
They
car.
do balloon animals on the weekend.
5 people and no fielding.
Like no feeling isn't a person.
He's
not.
He's definitely an eldritch being far beyond our comprehension.
Absolutely.
Um,
But yeah, I pass on these
Yes.
descriptions and just say,
Amazing.
look out for yourself.
Cricket also describes this symbol as like the mask of a human face, but it has been like twisted, like someone has stuck an iron spike into the center and then twisted it, contorting the
Gross.
face.
Yeah,
Slightly.
yeah.
Gross.
Does that ring any bells?
Make me a religion check.
I was going to say our two people who know lots about religion.
No.
No.
4.
No, definitely not.
Sorry. Just the repeated no's. No.
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 No. Absolutely not.
No.
All right. See you in a bit. Oh, that felt like last words, didn't it? That felt like one of those things. Nope. See
Nope,
see
just you on that one.
Yep.
Don't
see-
jinx it.
I will. See you in a bit.
So Nakani,
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
you
Go for a
are
little stroll.
venturing out on your lonesome. You're going to go back to the house of Arcanist Oknanut of Fuixka.
That's the one.
Could you please give me a... Let's go for a survival check first.
I will say she's not alone. She has the ancestors.
She does have the ancestors with her. Survival check still.
Straight.
Straight roll. No. Make it
done
with
the
advantage.
journey
You've done this journey a couple of times actually now.
What you get? 16.
16. I am going to assume you're going stealthily, or are you foregoing stealth for speed?
I know it's late at night, but I'm just wondering because obviously in cities there's some areas that are very busy at night, and it's perfectly fine to move at a full speed.
Yeah.
But there's some where it's definitely going to be either dodge.
The streets aren't necessarily that crowded, certainly in the immediate vicinity, and it is getting very late. So as the hours tick by, there are less and less people about. You get the sense that should you run hell for leather through the streets, you are going to draw attention.
Okay, I will do sort of as if it was like, checking my Fitbit every now and again.
Yeah.
Kind of jog.
Okay. Okay.
Not
Kind of like a
sponsored.
mum in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I realised I fucked up. New dice set. I rolled a d4 instead of a d6 for the temporary hit points. May I re-roll that?
No, we'll leave it at 1 for now, unfortunately.
Moral of the story: don't fuck up.
Be perfect, Derry, at all times.
Trying. I am trying.
You are. Nakani,
Yeah.
make me a stealth check.
I hate the way he says that. Tone of voice.
Sigismund.
8.
Oh.
An 8.
What are you?
Oh, can I use my inspiration? Thank you. I shall be taking that
We
inspiration.
do need to use those
Don't
more
roll
liberally.
lower. Don't roll lower.
Why would you say that?
Because I'm encouraging you to roll higher.
Your other words.
Callum's like, it was all me.
21.
Oh,
really good.
very
Really
good.
Good one.
Is a downside better than a... What did you roll?
7,
7?
I think.
Something like that? Using shadow when necessary.
Yes.
When necessary, you use rooftops. Sometimes you do walk through the streets unperturbed at who might be seeing you as part of this facade of normalcy. It takes you about 25 minutes with that extra speed boost. Hello.
Can I just, every so often, I'm just going to check, see if anyone's following me. Or...
Perception check.
Well done. It's not the first time they did it.
21.
21. I see you.
Occasionally you see torchlight being paraded through the streets as Iron Guard take their patrol. You can see stray animals running through the streets now and again.
No collar.
No collar, funnily enough. More often than not, you do see a rat scurrying by now and again, certainly down alleys, hugging the walls. You are fairly certain that there is nobody following you, and with how proficient you are at using multiple avenues of travel, rooftops, alleyways, streets, you feel you are being erratic enough that people would have a hard time following you even if they were. You feel fairly certain that you're not being followed as of yet. You head on over to Arcanist of Fuixkas. You arrive and sort of take that same sort of post up on one of the roofs, looking out across towards this particular abode. As you look on, there are no lights on inside. You can't see any flickering of candlelight nor flashes of magic. The building itself seems quiet.
I'm going to go knock on.
You're going to knock on the door? Okay. How loudly?
I would loud enough to be heard by people inside,
Okay.
but not like hammering the door down.
Like a solid 6 decibels.
Yeah.
Solid 6 decibels.
I was like, what do you want from me?
A good practical knock.
Yes.
Okay.
Shave and haircut. There you go.
After a couple of moments, nothing happens. You knock again. A couple more moments go by. This time, you hear the door is ripped open, and there is the familiar face of the Minotaur, Venyik, just looming out.
Good evening.
What do you want?
Is my colleague still here?
She left hours ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go back to sleep. Do you know where he went?
No, and I do not much care. Good night. And the door is slammed in your face.
Rude. Okay. I'm just gonna same again. Back to the jewelry shop.
Back to the jewelry shop. Okay. And after a little while, you find yourself in front of said jewelry shop, following the instructions that Willow has given you. So, Willow, Sigismund,
Oh, we
Cricket.
there, though.
Yeah, this is the thing. They've all been arrested. Great.
And all killed.
you're heading straight to the jewelry store.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Survival check, please.
Where is the jewelry store again?
I believe the jewelry store was in the South Travellers District. I think that is the one that you went to, if my memory serves.
I feel like we went up for diamonds. I remember going up somewhere.
You
It was we
did-
went there for
you did-
diamonds. And then we ended up
Am I getting confused? You might have gone to the.
Because I feel like there was like a south option and an up option, and the up option was diamonds because it was
You
like.
did also go to the south, though.
Yeah.
However,
A flaw in the plan. No.
I think
at the jewelry store.
if memory serves, and I could be wrong, if memory serves, you went south to try and find some diamonds and did not, and they informed you that you should be going north. So you went to the jewelry store down south.
We got our diamonds from the jewelry store though, because we got the necklace and the diamonds from the same store.
Then that is inconsequential information. You will be going north. You will be going north.
Good.
Heading straight there.
Yeah, I guess so.
Survival check, then, please.
I would like, if I may, to give advantage if I can help.
No, you do not know where this jewelry store is.
Fuck. Can I keep a lookout then?
You can do me a perception
21.
check.
I was going to say, I'm outrageously paranoid, so I'll probably be having a gander as well.
You can do that for sure.
I'm going to guide myself as well.
You can.
What did you get, sorry?
21.
Oh, nice.
Plus 5.
21 perception. No,
21
21
To
survival.
find jewellery.
11 perception.
11 perception.
24 perception.
24 perception.
Siggy's looking in the wrong direction. It's so dark.
Sigismund, unfortunately, you cannot see much at all that looks untoward to you. Cricket,
I got the benefit of being invisible, so I don't have to do it slyly.
you are much more active in your looking around.
Yeah.
The night seems fairly quiet. You're not sure whether this is a good sign or a bad sign, but you don't hear anything untoward. And with a 21 survival, you start to head up towards the Vernal district.
It feels very superficial to have looking for jewelry as survival. I need the gems, please.
Must have find my way back to those earrings. They were gorgeous.
My survival depends on it.
I mean, I have been in that position. But
We definitely all have that vice where we're like, no, I need to go back and get this now.
Dice.
Truth. Can everyone give me a stealth check, please?
Oh, no.
Everyone?
Everyone?
everyone.
No, you are in a separate group, so we will
Okay,
get to
cool.
you in just a moment.
Can I ask, so for the reason of why stealth?
Yes.
Why would we be stealthing?
If you don't want to stealth,
Like, is there some ramification that we may know if we don't stealth?
no, not necessarily. You are harboring fugitives. It is a general not look like you're running away from head.
Okay, so it's more just
mercenary
like
types.
stealthing
Yeah.
the horrible anxiety that's running through.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
As
So
far
it's
as you are aware,
just
it
because
is
I was
just
going to say, if
your...
there's no reason to stealth, I don't
You
think she would
can,
risk
by
it,
all
but-
means, you do not need to stealth if you don't want to.
I'm gonna keep it because I got a 21.
So it's with stealthing.
I guess you're stealthing. Yes, 21 stealth.
Hey, not
This
bad.
big white
bad
dude
at all.
just like.
And stealth at advantage.
You are
Yeah.
cropping
I got 22.
I got a 1 and a 14.
So
24.
24. You all manage to keep up this facade of normality as you
That should have
weave
been a
your
straight
way.
roll because I'm at disadvantage. It was a 14, 24.
Sweet, so 24 it is.
Lock it in.
You do not bring upon you any prying eyes from Ironguard or other individuals as you, as briskly as you can, wander through the streets and head up towards the jewelry store. Whereabouts are you? Are you just waiting in front of the jewelry store?
Yeah, I might have a little look around to see if there's somewhere like doesn't look like we're about to rob the store. Like there's like sit nearby.
You can definitely try and sit like a house or two down if you would like, or in an
Yeah,
alleyway.
maybe just find somewhere that we can sit. Maybe it looks like we're just having a little late night chat.
Yeah.
Not you.
If I'm invisible, I'm gonna climb to the roof of the building.
Yes, you can do so. You can get onto the roof of the jewelry store if you'd like.
Yeah, just
Wonderful.
keep my eyes open, have a
You
gander.
perch onto the top of this sort of like apexed portion of the roof at the front of the jewelry store, and you sit on that top part and you look out and you can see across the street, backs to the building that they are up against, sat down, Sigismund and Willow just sitting.
Perfect.
chatting.
Stay close, because it only lasts an hour. I need to touch you again to make you invisible.
All right.
I'm gonna keep it like an active eye out for both Tony, Matthew, Nikani, and guards.
We'll go on the perception checks that you got before.
Oh, crap.
You wait for...
Can I make a perception check? Because I didn't make one before.
Yes.
Is that all right?
You don't hear much of anything. The darkness is deep tonight. There are not as many moons in the sky that you can see. You can only see half of the blue moon, and the full moon, I believe, as he checks. Yes, the almost full moon of beautiful pink in the sky. The orange and the white moon are not present in the sky above Ilthanzi.
She smiles at that piece of information.
I can't help it, but I have a bad feeling about this. I have a very bad feeling about this.
About which bit?
I don't know, just something about this evening is unsettling.
Mm-hmm. Kind of feels like it's now or never, really.
It's too quiet, you know?
Too quiet?
I feel like we haven't seen many guards. There's no one around.
I will say you have seen guards on your travels. They're not. It's not like every 2 minutes there is a patrol going on. It is just pairs of iron guard that occasionally, carrying torchlight, are patrolling the streets.
I don't know. I guess I just don't like being separated.
No. Which is weird because we've not known each other that long. It feels kind of like I'm obviously very worried about Tony, but I'm also very worried about Matthew and Nikani.
As am I. My trust is hard won, but I placed my trust in all of you implicitly, even though it's been such a short space of time. You helped when no one else would. Or could.
Don't really think I could have helped, but hey, you helped us without thinking.
I'm kind of stupid that way.
Hey, I don't call it stupidity.
Thank you.
Cricket, from your vantage point, across the street and to the right, you just catch a glimpse of a shadowy figure just alighting onto the roof and stealthing forward. Do you have
Can I
dark
take
vision?
I don't have dark vision.
Give me a perception check at disadvantage.
Excuse me. Because I can bounce really high, okay?
At disadvantage. 9 total from my 2
You
4.
cannot see this particular figure. You notice that there is a what's the word? An inconsistency in the shape of the rooftop.
Okay.
And you can track them as they creep along to the front edge.
Do they look like they're moving towards me, or do they look like they're moving towards
They
over
are
these guys?
moving towards the front of the house.
Are they on my roof?
No. So you are on the roof of the jewelry store.
Yeah.
Opposite edge of the side of the street, and then down one to your right, you can see this figure alight onto the roof at the back of that building, and then move forward towards the street that you are watching over.
Okay. I would like to quickly whip out my panpipe, play a single note, because it's Siggy's panpipe, so he'll recognise, fingers crossed, the panpipe, and then I'm going to loop round, so I'm sneaking up on whoever this is from behind, just in case it's
From
not.
behind them.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a semicircle around them and try and come up
Okay.
behind. Can I play a single note on a panpipe?
You
yet?
can
I've
definitely
had 3
do
hours
so.
of practice.
Yeah, you can definitely get a note out enough that it will alert Sigismund.
Oh my
That
god.
was fucking stunning.
Beautiful.
That's what you were doing whilst you were away.
Yeah.
Diving across my ass.
Yeah.
But
I got-
silence.
Oh, yeah.
More impressive.
Yeah.
Lips,
And there's
no
also-
penis, what do you have?
Has been tortured for days. Still has the panpipe.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. You'll never take my panpipes!
He's very adamant that's the one thing he had to keep. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
okay, you can either keep that legendary artifact that I've secretly given you in your backstory or the panpipe.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Straight in the
it's one
bin.
of the two.
Straight in the bin.
For a single second, did I get you there? Okay. Maybe next.
Aye. So yeah,
Make
game
me a stealth
plan.
check.
alert.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
You are
Oh,
exhausted.
sugary donuts.
But you're invisible.
I am invisible, so
Straight
straight
roll.
roll. That's a 19, isn't it?
Oh, sweet baby.
Is it, or is that an 18?
Yeah, no, it's a 19.
It's a 19.
29.
Correct.
Bloody hell.
A disadvantage.
You can't see me.
Nakani, if you can make me a perception check.
Arrow,
29.
arrow.
PvP. Let's go to you guys.
21.
21. You hop up onto this particular roof, and you move towards the edge, essentially crossing into the next street, and you look down, and you can see the jewelry store just a little ways away, and then off to your right, sat down across from said jewelry store, is Sigismund and Willow.
Okay. Look up and down the street, see if I can see anyone else.
You can see that there is an individual that moves from one alley to the next, but like 5 or 6 houses, buildings down, and they're going behind you where you were.
Everything's scary.
You can just see this individual just looking around, and you spring from one rooftop to the next, and you are now a building over on the same side as this particular figure, just shrouded in darkness. What are you doing?
This or this? I'm on. Yes. Okay. Doesn't matter.
You're all good.
Can I recognize it as Nikani?
No.
No. Well, I'm just gonna keep sneaking up toward.
Okay. You just keep sneaking up.
Maybe draw the knife.
And you draw the knife out. Okay. Give me one more stealth check.
Straight roll.
Straight roll.
14.
14, so 24 total.
No, 4, so 14.
Oh,
total.
wow, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
14. You leap from the building that you are currently on to the individual's building, Nakani. You hear this just ever so faint behind you.
Ooh. So Cricket would see this cloaked figure suddenly go very still. And just freeze. And then very slowly start reaching on their back.
This individual is reaching for something on their back. What are you doing?
Are they looking? Are they over my friends on the edge?
They
of
are not over your friends. Your friends are a building up to your right.
Okay, I know I made a bit of a noise, so I'm gonna circle, semicircle. Gonna keep moving towards them, but semicircle around to try and break line of invisible
You
sight.
hear this individual trying to get around to the other side of you.
In one movement, she's going to pull the staff out, swing it round in a wide arc.
Love it.
Just completely, not to like kill anyone, but to like sweep legs.
Yes, absolutely right. Make me an attack roll at disadvantage.
And because I have 10 feet reach.
Yes.
2 13s.
For a total of?
For a total of... numbers 19.
19, what's your AC?
16.
16. There is a moment where you think that you have got the drop on this particular individual because they have not moved and not indicated at all that they've heard you duck behind them to the other side. And then, in a blink of an eye, there is just this sharp pain in your already broken rib, and you, as this thick staff, familiar somewhat now that it is up close, strikes you and cracks you straight in the ribs, and you just double over, panting. How much damage?
Bearing in mind that I wanted to sweep legs, I didn't
100%.
want to do...
It's non-lethal damage. It's non-lethal damage.
Okay.
It's just most people's legs.
Yeah,
are
no, that's
my
true.
ribs.
I forgot that you're
He's only little.
you're only wee.
He's a wee brain.
Just a wee guy.
Oh god, it's still a D10. I'm
Go on.
sorry.
No, do it.
Sorry.
Go for it.
See, what I was hoping for was that you were going to fire an arrow at me because I can catch arrows.
Oh,
out of the air.
I'll do that next time.
I
would
was-
have been sick.
I was just. But not if you decide to stab me in the kidney. It just
No, can't help that. Can't catch that.
Okay. Oh, yay! Okay, good. Right. That's
Got
oh,
10.
that's 1 on the dice.
One on the
So,
dice.
So that's a 4. 4 lots of damage. And
Do you want to double it because my ribs are already broken or anything? Are you happy?
and
Kill me.
and because I have 2 attacks.
Yeah. You feel the strike connect with something. You whirl around and you can't see anything.
Can't see anything, but felt it connect.
but felt it connect.
Um,
So you know something is there.
I will try and almost spin and use my tail to try and see if I feel anything in there.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a perception check.
10.
10. Okay. Duly noted. Are you going for that second attack?
Yeah, but what I wanted to do was almost use that attack to try and like, if I feel my tail connect with something, I want to then grab whatever it is that I'm connecting.
Give me an
with.
attack roll at disadvantage.
Ben approves.
12.
12 unfortunately misses. Your tail brushes past something, so immediately you jump onto your hands and reach out with your legs to try and grasp at this creature, but they are suddenly not where you thought they were, and your prehensile feet just grab onto air, and you jump back down into a low crouch, just looking out, trying to find them.
Okay. And I will. Oh God.
At this point, I will also say, Cricket, you very much recognize this fighting style. I will say now is
It probably shoves a little ribbit out of me as the
Yeah.
wind's knocked out of me, if that helps as well. Okay, time out.
Cricket, what are you doing? I nearly killed you.
I know you did. You're very close to death. I didn't know who you were.
Why would you sneak up on somebody who's your friend?
Well, I saw you sneaking up on these people who are also my friend.
But it's me.
I know I didn't know it was you, and then I did, and then I was already hurt.
Also, Siggy's just down on the street shitting himself because he's heard the panpipes.
and
Yeah, you know something's up.
else.
Shh. I think Cricket's in trouble.
If he was in trouble, he wouldn't have been able to play the panpipes.
So why did he play the panpipes?
Maybe he's just telling us to be on guard.
Hand axes.
Fist axes.
Okay. Are you okay? I can't see you, so I'm just like,
yeah.
Are you okay? Did I hurt you?
I'm all right. I'm fine. It's just a scratch. I'm very glad we're friends, though.
Okay. Do you want to jump on my back? I'll climb us down the building.
Yeah, sure. Did you find Matthew?
No, he'd gone many hours ago, so I don't know where he is. But maybe he's looking for me. So yeah, climb on and we'll get down to the others.
Sure.
With more of a struggle now, Nakani, you feel the weight of Cricket on your back, and you very expertly climb down a light into one of the alleyways, and you turn a corner, and there, on guard, is your friend Sigismund holding 2 axes, and your friend Willow just with their hands out.
Hand axes.
Hand axes.
Alter self.
Chop, chop, chop,
Hands and hand axes.
Do we see her?
You've seen Nakani.
Okay.
Great. Cricket, Nakani's here.
I know.
I think. Oh,
She found me.
why were you playing the panpipes?
I saw someone coming along. I didn't know who they were, and then by the time I found
was it?
It was Nakani.
Oh. Okay.
I hit them by accident. I'm very sorry.
It was
no,
a-
it wasn't an accident. I meant to hit, but I didn't know it was you. It's the point.
No, I know. I'm glad. That means if anyone else is sneaking up on us, we're definitely safe.
That's great.
It's kind of your fault as well.
Oh, it's completely self-inflicted.
Is Tony here?
Not yet.
Or Matthew?
Not yet.
Matthew. And proverbial Tony.
Hypothetical.
You are heading over to the jewelry store,
Yes,
following Tony. Are you doing it stealthily?
Nope.
No. Okay. Winding your way up towards the Vernal the Vernal district, you take about 40-ish minutes to try and find your way through.
What do you think I would look like in high boots?
I mean,
Goblin.
I'm not gonna say no. Go. If you think that's part of your style, go for it.
I'll mark you down as a maybe.
Yeah, that's wise. Why, may I ask?
We'll talk about it later with the group.
Okay.
The important.
Yes.
Oh, we're nearly here. It's the next street over this way.
Wonderful segue.
And as you are all sat waiting for Tony and Willow down the street, about 3 buildings down, you see 2 figures walk out from a side street, and hand axes at the ready. You watch them approach you, and the familiar form of a lepidopterid and a tiefling approach.
Run up and give Tony a big hug.
Hey, it's okay. I'm okay.
Good. All right.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
What's? Oh, here's Kevin back.
Oh, thank you. Bye, Kevin.
Seems a little. Never mind. Willow, what's going on?
Let's reconvene with the
Oh,
Dawntakers.
okay.
Takers?
Okay.
Breakers. Makers. Shakers.
Shakers.
Takers. Come on.
I distinctly remember it was Dawn Shakers.
Quakers.
Lakers.
Time to shoot.
Okay.
Dawn Wake and Bakers.
Are we talking here, or do we need to
I
go
don't know.
somewhere?
Cricket was taken and beat up, but he's back.
Oh my God, is he okay?
Tony, I'm here.
He's invisible right
Are
now.
you okay? Do you need healing?
No, I'm okay. Save your spills.
That's all right. I probably wouldn't do it anyway.
Subtle.
Yeah.
Love you, Kendall. Please don't kill me.
Roast her while she's out.
Okay. Sorry, are we staying or going?
Where do you want to go? What's the plan?
The original plan was to reconvene and rescue Alvor, I guess.
Helvar.
He's doing that thing when the new boyfriend doesn't remember the old boyfriend's name.
Oh.
So was it
yeah.
Alvar? No, Halvar. Oh, okay, sorry.
Forgive me.
So, Jake, how's it going? It's Jack. It's the most common name. You can't get it wrong.
I feel like we really got into something.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. No,
You
totally.
okay there?
No, I'm totally fine.
You okay there?
Moving on.
Okay.
Merely Jake Fletcher.
Merely.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh, should we have a break? Or?
Matthew, how was your time with
Matthew immediately flits back to the woman in the street. Fine, it was fine.
Are you okay?
Inside check.
What are you?
Oh, Matthew actually looks like he's fucking taken a beating. Thanks for asking, everyone.
Oh yeah, you
He
look like
looks
shit.
like shit.
Yeah. I got a 21. How does he really feel about this woman?
Well, he's not mentioned anything about the woman.
Nikani's immediately gonna start rooting through her pack, and like finding like.
I'm fine.
No, I know you're fine.
I'm fine.
So hold still. I'm
I'm
gonna
fine.
like start like basically patching up where there's goo.
You press a little bit of chitin back into place.
Oh. Oh.
Nikani.
Why do you always start fights you can't win?
There is no fight I cannot win.
No, I know, but why do you start them when you know?
There are only fights that I temporarily hold back from.
Inside check.
I'm just saying, as a fighting style, it's very counterproductive.
No, that was enough.
What happened? Did the blood mage?
Did you get your ass handed to you?
I was sparring.
Spanked, more like.
So he didn't try and use you for any evil.
It does not look
nefarious-
that bad.
It does.
There's a wing hanging off.
Matthew
other
takes a
antenna's
pause
broken.
as he looks at both of you. It was a draw.
Mm.
If you'd seen him, you would think I did very well.
Inside check.
Still super paranoid.
3.
I was magnificent.
I believe you.
Why does it give like Miguel and Tulio vibes?
You must share with me the details so I can write it down and turn it into a ballad.
Fuck you.
Cricket, off to your right, you see just an individual stumbling and going off down the street that way.
Can I make anything out of them?
Not at that distance in the darkness.
I'm just going to trot and towards them, still invisible, until I can make out who they are.
Yeah, okay. With your speed, you can definitely do that.
No, well, I'll dash to bring my speed back up to.
Yeah. You can see this older gentleman balding on top, scraps of grey hair just dangling down. Fairly thick corded muscle for their age. You can see not unkempt clothing, but they do look rather dishevelled, and they are stumbling as of one with a drunken gait.
Is there anything inside?
No, you don't think that this individual is one of the 6 that you've encountered.
But I am aware of the spell Disguise Self.
You are aware of the spell Disguise Self. You can make me an investigation check if you'd like.
Well, thank you.
Wait a second.
Oh, everything should be at disadvantage. shouldn't it?
Everything should be at disadvantage.
12.
In this darkness, you can't quite tell if this is an illusion or if this is...
Yeah. I'm a bit surprised at the muscles, so I'll kind of watch them go for an extra 5 seconds longer than I would, and then I'll make my way back to the squad.
They are leanly athletic. It's not like that they have the form of a bodybuilder or a barbarian, as it were. And they just stumble off and then turn down a street, continuing on.
Hello.
Yes,
Is there a reason we're out here at night?
Yes, I'm not the reason. I'm merely reacting. I'm not the reason. I'm merely reacting.
Matthew,
Yes.
1 second. I'm gonna
Oh wait,
pull
just seen you, haven't I?
I'm still invisible.
okay.
So I'm gonna pull everyone into like an alleyway so we're not in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Good idea. Yeah,
Sounds
plan.
like a plan.
Yeah.
Matthew, we found Cricket. Cricket. He's invisible at the moment, but we found him, and basically we need to either prove his and incidentally Siggy's innocence as soon as humanly possible, monkeyly possible, or we need to break people out of jail.
Sorry, what? Why are we suddenly breaking people out of jail?
So, Helvar.
How
Cricket's
far?
accomplice, Helvar, is also innocent. We know that. He is either going to be exiled or killed. If not tonight, then on the morning. We either need to prove his innocence or get him out of there somehow.
How are we going to prove his innocence by morning?
I thought we could maybe ask Matthew's new friend about maybe using some kind of like truth spell, or if they're powerful, the Nubisian.
What level of spell is Zone of Truth? Out of
You would know this. I
was gonna
believe
say,
it's a
do-
second level
Do
spell.
paladins get it on their list?
I don't know, clerics do, but
Let me double check for you now. Continue. I'll double check.
Was I in earshot of Siggy saying he's probably got till the morning?
Yes, you do. Yes, you would be.
What?
We may not need the
Opposite of
Arcanist.
No,
Continue.
it was if the Arcanist is involved with people that we can trust within the authorities or anything like that, where he could vouch for us, because he knows that you are not, a murderer of people that shouldn't be murdered.
He looked like he was about to interject with, I am a murderer. But then after that, after the qualification. Yes, I suppose that makes a lot of sense. We could return to the Arcanist's abode and knock on, although I warn you, Venyuk is not the type to be disturbed while he sleeps.
No, I already went there and he's very bad-tempered. Maybe I should make him some tea.
Yes, perhaps. Well, you do, if you wouldn't mind putting this in it. And he's going to reach into his pocket and pull out just a little herb. There you are.
What is it?
Nothing.
Anti-Viagra.
We'll have a discussion about what that particular herb does after the end of this particular episode.
Cricket, do you remember whereabouts you were in the prison?
Yeah.
Jail? What do we call it in this world? Is it prison? Prison.
Yeah, I do. I remember where we were, and I managed to speak to someone else who was. Hey, Matthew, I'm here, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Oh, very good. I thought you were dead.
No, I'm just, you can't see me. Yeah, they're both very blunt. That was enough of it.
Emotional reunion.
Yeah,
there
yeah.
will be none.
Yeah, I spoke to some urchin I found. I don't know why I keep saying the word urchin. But they told me where he'd be moved to. So I reckon we could find a way in if we need to. I don't know where you got this information about him being executed in the morning. Is there something I don't know here?
It was an assumption. I mean, I just assume because of the laws of the land, he's accused of murder and high treason. That's an executable offense. Executable?
Wasn't the Inquisitor accused of treason? The one that was sent away to
Is that Hellas?
Well, yeah.
I heard that Hellas.
Insubordination.
Oh, insubordination. I heard that Hellas got absolutely worked over by the interrogators, by the way.
Where did he get sent to again?
He was exiled.
Has he been exiled?
He was apparently exiled to some wastes. Where was it again?
The Everfrost Expanse is where. Everfrost Expanse.
Determined it was the Everfrost Expanse, this massive portion of the Galmorian continent that is just consistently covered in snow and ice. It never thaws, and thus the name, the Everfrost Expanse.
So Hellas was exiled to the Everfrost Expanse.
And when did this happen?
A couple days ago, maybe. He was dismissed for insubordination. I may have had a hand in that.
Yeah. Well, when the guards caught up to him, they turned him inside out.
They worked him over.
Oh, yeah.
Oh dear. I didn't know that.
You think people have already been exiled?
It's certainly possible, but with the charges that Helvar is facing, and yourself, there's a good chance that they will call for execution.
Well, like I said earlier, the reason I showed my face around there was to try and buy him some time, make them think that it was still worth keeping him on to try and catch me, but we might be running out of time here. We might need to go and...
Yeah, I think basically what I'm saying is we need to act tonight.
Yeah, okay.
Didn't we hear in the black bottle? Is that what it's called? The black bottle? That remember I was over here listening to those people talking, and they were saying that they no longer think it was you.
There was a rumor, yeah.
Yes. Two people. I sat and just listened, and there were these people talking about the situation, and they said that that is no longer necessarily thinking it's you, although breaking out of prison is still a crime. But I don't know whether if he is still, well, they may not think he's done what he's done.
I have an idea. If we go to Arcanist of Quickska, however the fuck you say his name, and ask him to proposition the general or whatever to interrogate both yourself and Helvar under the conditions of magic, so that you cannot lie, surely that would prove your innocence and exonerate you both.
Do we have time for that tonight, though?
I don't see any other option.
You also rely on the fact that we have someone, or might know someone we can trust. Just as easily as someone could cast a truth-speaking spell, they could also charm your mind to get you to admit something.
I'm happy to, if we think it'll work, I'm happy to take the risk, but I just think we need to do something now.
But then, and then also, if someone is charming us, then all we can do is run, which is what we will need to do anyway.
I do not run.
Walk briskly. Then.
Fly. Insofar as I see it, we have two options. We have the truth thing, or we have break Helvar out of prison and we worry about the consequences of that later.
If he's
I know
still
which one
in
Matthew
prison.
wants to do.
But if he has already been exiled, then that doesn't do very much.
That's true.
I agree with Nakani. I think we need to know where we're going and where people are before we start making decisions.
Willow had an idea of how to find out whether or not he has been moved yet, but I don't like it.
What's the idea?
Willow?
I go inside.
What, the Iron Barracks?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. Willow, that's too dangerous. There's
That's what I said.
tons of Iron Guard in there, and all whoever else is in there. If you go in alone, if you make one slip up, that's you gone. They will arrest you. They will probably exile you, if not kill you. You're trying to break out a person from prison. This isn't something that we can. I don't know. It doesn't. I don't like it.
They won't be looking for a spider, though.
But we also don't know if they have magical defenses. I think.
Do you remember?
I was going to say, would I?
Wouldn't have known.
Okay.
You had no magical guises or other effects that could have been neutralized by any anti-magic properties within the stronghold, so you just don't know.
Is it worth asking maybe one of the guards or something, if like, oh, are you still, or I saw this person and was wondering how much it would be to hand them in for a bounty or whatever. And then if they say, oh no, it's too late because they're in prison or they're in exile, so that might be a way of getting information, particularly for people who can disguise.
Yeah, sure.
themselves.
I can try and speak to my contact as well and see if they know anything else. I told them to try and spread a message.
We could also take guard uniforms and sneak in.
That looks very suspicious, though.
That's a
if
risky
it
one.
goes if it goes wrong.
I like the idea of maybe trying to get some passive information from the guards, possibly just as a general query. Say we wander up with information about Helvar that is pertinent, and then they might be like, oh, he's already been exiled.
Yeah.
This needs to be done tonight.
Ideally,
Preferably.
I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Whereabouts in the prison were you both kept?
We were in high security.
High security.
Yeah.
Was there anything you remember, like a detail near your cell, or how far did you get to?
Yeah,
your
we were one corridor away from. Oh, that went very Canadian. We were one corridor away. We were one corridor away from the lavatory, so I could tell you a straight line from there.
Could you see anything from your? Was there a window?
No windows in high security.
And how far up that storm drain was the drain that you came down?
2/3 of a mile.
You're not sure. Couple of stories.
Yeah. But I can speak to my contact maybe while you guys are talking to a guard, and we'll get as much information as we can, and then we'll try our best.
Okay. We exhaust all options before that one. Agreed? Apart from maybe the uniform thing.
Can Willow just
Doesn't seem
do
like a good idea.
big old insight check of everyone in the group?
Absolutely.
I just want to look for the level of worry in each person.
Give me an insight check.
Severe
If
concern.
everybody can make me either a persuasion or deception check, do not say which. Just choose if you are trying to hide your outer emotions.
It's a natural 20.
Fucking hell.
Oh, gorgeous.
Right.
For a total of
28.
lovely stuff.
What did you say?
Persuasion or deception, sweetheart. Either or.
Does it beat a natural 20 then? Are we playing with those rules?
Well, I got 28, so.
Oh, you got. Yeah.
Ability checks, totals count. Nakani.
So I'm slightly confused because if I roll poorly on persuasion, does that mean that outwardly it's
It very
not...
much it very much depends on both roles combined. It's
Okay.
how easy you are to read and if Willow can identify whether you are trying to hide your emotions or not. If you don't
Okay.
want to make a roll.
I'm not trying to hide my emotions at all.
Okay.
She is looking at you because she's so smaller than you. She's looking up at you with like complete puppy dog like concern. Her tail's like drooped a little bit, and she's she's like nervously like making sure she's got all of her stuff, tucking it in and like fiddling with things, and occasionally going back to like glue bits of Matthew back on.
Matthew, what do we see?
I don't care.
Sigismund?
I think the normal sort of laughter and joviality is gone, and there is I'm trying to deceive by not looking hugely concerned, but there is a huge bead of sweat like dribbling down his forehead as he kind of looks a bit stoic. But yeah, there's serious concern there.
And Cricket, you're still invisible, so you actually are unreadable.
That's good because I rolled a 2.
I think you've been quite verbally
Yeah.
expressive about how you're feeling.
I would
there.
say if you get anything from our conversation, like as much as I am stressed and kind of panicky in the voice, I'm almost more distracted than you'd expect. You'd think I'd be quite singular-minded, but I'm very all over the place.
Okay. Well, I like the idea of trying to wrangle something out of the guards. So, with your blessings, maybe I will handle that, because I can disguise myself.
Sure.
can
I will
look
go
like
with
another
you.
person. Okay, but don't kill anybody, please.
I think the same could be said to you. Mr. Punch first.
Ask questions later. Yeah, well.
To take that to Inspector Hellas, Inquisitor Hellas.
Anyway, I have these now, so I should be okay.
Yes, even more punches.
You see, actually, these new kind of like leather wraps that have just been spiraled around Siggy's forearms, and they have like little silver studs in them all the way around, sort of thing. I have these now, so if anyone gives us any trouble, then maybe I can just wrap them up and knock them.
What do they do?
Let me demonstrate. Can I demonstrate?
You can do whatever you want, sweetheart. There's consequences to all your actions.
Let me just.
Do you need a sparring partner?
Yes.
Straight in the
I do.
game.
Allow me to demonstrate. Let me see how these work.
And the
I can't
responsible
remember.
adult again.
I know.
Can I attack first?
How bad are we? We're sitting there going, this has to happen
I'm
tonight,
going
and then I'm
to-
like,
I'm
show
gonna-
me your arm.
I'm going to attempt to grapple Matthew
Woo!
very quickly. I'm not gonna go into a rage because that's stupid. So as I kind of like launch from Matthew. Oh no. 15 total.
What do I? Am I strength scoring it?
It's an athletics check, I believe.
Contested,
Hang on,
yes.
let me just...
Wow.
Where are you, athletic?
Just let me do this.
No.
What did you get total?
15.
Okay, I'm not going to beat that, but let's have a look.
It's a natural 20!
For God's sake.
Stop it!
I just want to see what it's doing.
This. Okay, well basically.
They're not that impressive. I thought you were going to do something really cool there.
Okay,
It
well,
just make
I
you
mean,
look a bit.
What you see as Sigismund tries to do this is he sort of lets his hands drop ever so slightly and then thrusts them forward, and the leather wraps look like they're just unfurling themselves and starting to drop to the floor. But as they go to touch the floor, they then immediately snake out and try and ensnare Matthew. But he manages to bat them away.
How
And
far did they
they-
reach?
You're standing pretty close together, so.
It's got a 15-foot reach.
That's good.
So and they sort of wrap back around.
Nice.
That's
Okay,
really
when
nice.
it goes well, I can, wrap someone up.
Sure. No, that looks really cool. Where'd you
They're
get
very
those
useful in more ways than one.
from? We'll find out later.
I don't like the way you said that.
Jack,
Hello.
whilst all that's happening, can Willow slip away?
Yeah. I would like you to give me a stealth check, please.
No, Willow.
No.
Go, Willow, go.
My passive.
I saw 19.
Yes, it's very high. 27.
Oh!
27
Whoa.
stealth.
No, shut up, Ben. Sorry, that's perception. 23.
Oh my god.
It's
Can I-
still great.
Given that I was quite visibly.
I will say Nakani was looking at Willow. So,
I was just during the distraction of all of the.
I will
I'm face palming between these two.
I will not I will not go on your passive perception.
Okay.
I will allow you
transition.
this one chance to make a perception check.
Bullshit.
Straight roll, because there is still a flurry now going on in front of you.
Flurry of bros.
Flurry of bros.
You just
that's
got fucking
I'm
Commissioner
captivated.
Gordon.
So I will give you one chance to try and make a perception check.
Okay. You only get one shot. 18.
Unfortunately, you look back to where Willow was standing, and Willow has gone. Willow,
Just let me do
where are you going?
I'm gonna head to Stormgrate.
You're going to head to a storm grate.
I'm gonna go infiltrate the prison.
Oh god.
What?
Fantastic stuff. I think we'll figure out how that goes next chapter.
You should have at least given you bardic inspiration.
That lasts 10 minutes.
Were you just sick of us?
Can we say that Siggy's performance with Matthew gave inspiration?
Not even slightly.
Nope.
I want to know. I want to know how quickly do we notice that she's not there anymore?
Especially Tony.
You notice within maybe 10 seconds.
Okay. Okay.
Willow
Okay.
clearly saw her moment and
took it.
went.
Oh,
Fair
Tony
play
gonna
then.
be mad.
But we
Tony
will
gonna be
figure out
mad.
the ramifications of that next time.
Don't make us sit in this.
Look at my new dice.
Thank you very much to Cricket
He's back.
for
He's back.
for being back at the table.
Oh, damn, can I do
love
one more
it.
thing in character?
Nope. Unfortunately, we are called
Save
it.
it.
We will
Save it.
do it next episode.
Save it.
Willow, thank you for blowing this wide open.
Ride the fuck open.
Sigismund,
Something
thank you
had to
very
happen,
much
to be fair.
for demonstrating your new magic items.
Oh, I like them. I like them.
Nakani, thank you for some incredible rooftop stealth action. That was very cool. And Matthew, thank you very much for completely blindsiding me with your asking out an Iron Guard. We'll see where that gets you next
Oh, yeah.
time.
You're going to Magical Starbucks.
As per usual, thank you very much to you at home for watching. Please join us again next time where the players keep trying to figure out a way to save Halvar. That is, of course, if he's there. But for now, adventurers, keep on keeping on. Peace and love. Goodbye.
Bye.